your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ziprecruiter.com/free.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
In Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside Wisconsin backer of all things, Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Oh, boy, it's Tuesday, and my team's sitting on the top, baby. Sitting on the top of the world. First place felt so great.
Felt so great.
Feels so great.
I was going to say, it's not a good sign to cup. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Badger football alumnus. Hello.
Kyle, your team might be sitting on the top. My team is sitting on the bottom, or maybe getting sat on.
Yeah. You've been hanging around us too long.
I know. Been sat on by every other team in the Big Ten.
There's another word that probably rhymes
though.
with that would also be accurate too.
Yeah. That there is, Kyle.
Belt to ass?
No. He said sat it on.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Less is more, as always. It's open for you during our entire program of the day today. YouTube, you can find us at ESP Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And it's funny. Like you guys already started talking about things that I'm really looking forward to talking about. The Packers sit 4-1-1 in first place of the NFC. Obviously, the Badgers yesterday, if you missed it, Chris McIntosh put out a statement of support towards Luke Fickle and having the same goal to turn around what has been an absolute disaster of a start to this season. And obviously, the 2 years prior have not been great either. But we don't have Alex Strofe. Will is running the show.
Yeah, I didn't know Alex was off today.
I was pretty shocked.
He's not off.
Shocked.
He came up to me with that puppy dog face yesterday because like he did the I know you probably saw this but don't remember this, but I'm gonna be in Green Bay tomorrow. And I was like, all right, well, what's in Green Bay? Oh, I'm doing the college basketball coaches interviews. So he likes to, for YouTube, interview Coach Gard from the Badgers, Shaka Smart from Marquette, Bart Lundy from UWM, and Doug Gottlieb from UW Green Bay. And it's one thing to do this, but to miss your show that you produce because you did it on a Tuesday because there's no Mr. Irrelevant on Tuesdays. So Monday didn't work for Strofe because Doug Gottlieb couldn't do it or Strofe couldn't do it.
He
Could not miss Mr. Relevant.
Hey, Doug,
could
Doug,
not.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays around noon, I can't do it. So we can work around that Tuesdays and Thursdays. That'd probably be best for me.
So yeah, he literally is missing the show to do an interview with the worst college basketball coach in America.
When I heard Strofe was in Green Bay, I said, wow, good for Strofe. Trying to get in front of the Packers, 1265 Lombardi Avenue. It's spicy. It's Aaron Rodgers week. Good for Strofe. And I said, wait, huh? He's interviewing who? Doug Gottlieb. What are we doing? You do that over Zoom. Don't go 2 hours and then 2 hours
There's
back.
cameras. They're sitting down next to each other. You would have thought this was like, Tom Rinaldi and Aaron Andrews sitting down with Jordan Love before a Sunday 3:25 Fox primetime kickoff.
Strofe loves chatting up the big names, though.
Big names. I guess
I like Doug. He wished me happy birthday. We go back a long ways. And
I don't care for Doug.
he's a good guy, but things aren't great there, and he's got to fix it. But now we have teammates missing their responsibilities, and to put something out ahead of their responsibilities is what Strofe is doing right now. So again, I thought everything we've done on social media and on YouTube recently has been wonderful. We'll have loved doing these watch-alongs with you, engaging with the YouTube audience during the Brewers playoff run.
Fantastic. They were so much fun.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think we might have something planned for Sunday Night Football, which will be also another great opportunity. But those have done really well. Those have drawn an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Is Doug Gottlieb going to get 100 views with Alex Strofe?
Not with Alex Strofe.
Alex Strofe decided, you know what? You know what would be really cool? I can send a text and an email and a Facebook post to everyone in my Denmark, Green Bay area where I grew up and say, Mama, I made it. I'm interviewing the head coach of the Green Bay Phoenix.
Not trying to poo-poo on UW Green Bay because they are a program that has had some history and some good runs in the regular season in the past. But
what are you doing right now?
How many games did they win last year?
No. I'm talking about in the past. But this team, ain't nobody going to see them. They were 428 last year, and they had a 21-game losing streak last year. They were more known for the fact that he was talking about how they get to play some no-name D2 school, and they lost to him. They lost to him last year. So, no, ain't nobody saying, oh, my gosh.
Didn't Doug say we have to watch out, though, once they get one of their players back last year?
He did, and they continued to lose.
Well, and you could have this interview over Zoom and be able to get, but maybe Strofe's thinking, maybe I can apply a little pressure. Maybe I can be a little bit, stir the pot with old Coach Gottlieb. But he's not going to do that in person.
He's smiling at him. He's doing the yeah, Coach, yeah.
Coach, what's your favorite color?
That's my favorite color.
I admire what you do so much. Coach a team, host a radio show.
How do you do it?
He doesn't do it. What you mean? They lost almost all 2-18 they are just as bad as the Wisconsin Badger football team. I just want you to know that right now. And they got less juice behind them, less expectations. So,
no. We just got the text.
Oh, who from Strofe?
ETA 312. Relax.
Oh, relax.
It
must be Rodgers.
He said
week.
he'd be here by 3.
Yeah, so you better speed up.
Will, you have a full-time job outside of, helping produce shows, don't you?
So in my short time here, I've come to learn about these things. I call them Strofe days, where he's doing something for himself, and then he just wipes his calendar regardless of how it may affect other people. And then that falls down on myself, Josh DiMaggio. It affects you guys because you don't have your normal producer. This is just something I've come to have to come to grips with in my short time.
Don't worry.
It's collateral damage.
12:30 tomorrow, Mr. Irrelevant. He will be there. He will.
Maybe I should not show up for that.
You got to make a stand. Otherwise, you're gonna get strofed.
You got to understand. You not showing up gives Strofe more time to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wouldn't be mad about that. Oh, no, Will, you're not here. Well, I guess I'll have at least 10 more minutes to fill time. And what's crazy, a lot of us have a lot of responsibilities. I was running a radio station and basically running a radio station, doing 2 shows. Have I ever missed a show due to something else going on?
No. You've actually made sure you could schedule other things to make sure your number one priority would be done.
Yeah. I've done remote shows from the crib just to make sure I can get out.
Someone called and is calling back, and I don't care.
But the show's not at the same time every day, is it? This one?
No.
It's hard
No,
to keep
it's
track
not.
of.
It's
you know?
not two to 5 every single Monday through Friday.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's a good point. It's fixated. Don't worry, you don't have to look at the phone. It's just Strofe trying to talk again.
He wants more time. There's no reason to defend yourself. You decided a 4-18 coach at UW Green Bay, who you could have probably just got on a Zoom and would have got just as many views, was better than driving, better than being here. So.
Oh my gosh, Doug! I admire you so much. I'm
a Green Bay kid.
Yeah.
And what you're bringing to the university, to the town.
Favorite thing to eat at Kroll's? That's mine too. No way.
Do you like French fries? I like French fries.
What do you dip them in? And you coach and do a radio show? Oh my gosh!
I mean, he's probably gassing up. So you got these guys coming back here. You guys gonna bounce back? What do you think you're gonna finish at this year? I know you guys are gonna be good. Second year,
dude. This
year's hard.
This transfer.
Yeah.
This transfer.
He's
I like him. What do you think of him, Doug?
Yeah, he's legit. Honestly, I think you're better than Milwaukee Panthers. I think you got. I know they're picked to win the Horizon League, but I got you, Doug.
Then he goes to Bart Lundy tomorrow, probably. Bart, I think you guys are the best. Bart, I really like your team. You've done a great job.
Really something special brewing here. Really something special.
Strofe is a kiss ass.
Oh, man. I mean, with what you put together and being able to bring the transfers in that you did, you have a proof of concept. Like, it makes me proud to be a Wisconsinite and for you to be the head coach. What does it mean to you?
You think he actually asked him about, hey, like, because a legitimate journalist would say, hey,
the hard question.
Yeah, like, hey, like last year you did both, you balanced it out. What are you going to change to make sure that it works out? Do you think that you're doing an injustice to the kids by not being a full-time basketball coach while still doing your radio show? Do you think it's in their best interest to have to wake up early to do practice versus being able to practice during the day or not having access to their coach for a certain amount of time? You think he asked me hard-hitting questions?
Yeah. How would you respond to the criticism that you received all year that someone can't possibly do this?
Adam Schefter buried you on Twitter saying focus on coaching your basketball team instead of tweeting me. Do you think he brought up the Schefter stuff?
No, he probably
Or did you just say, Doug, you're the best?
Oh, he said, Doug, what's your favorite ice cream?
Custard, right?
Which
Custard?
is delicious.
Custard?
You like gummy worms in it too?
But no. Thanks, Stro, for not even. Did he tell you, Brad?
I was made aware by receiving the "Are you smarter than Ben Brust?" questions and saying, "Here's Are you smarter than Ben Brust?" just in case I'm not back in time.
He knew we were going to be back in time.
What are we talking about?
So as far as you guys are aware, when do you think that this decision was made? Do you think it was made yesterday?
Good question.
No, it had to be made
a while
in
ago.
Advance, yeah.
It was a week ago.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
A week ago.
It doesn't matter.
But to drop
it's Doug Gottlieb, damn it! This is his job.
If Doug Gottlieb was
It's
a coach
Doug!
in Milwaukee,
Doug will always be there.
I could maybe understand it.
Do you think Doug?
He's 2 hours away.
You think Doug Gottlieb is missing his radio show to do an interview with Strofe? I'm serious. Do you think he's missing his radio show to interview with
guys,
Strofe?
no practice today. I got to interview somebody for the show. today.
Yeah. Sorry. Good job, Strofe.
We got him on the defensive. We 100% discuss Schefter.
Oh, I'm sure. You got a response. I mean, I know you got something.
Come on, he got you pretty good, right?
You know, with no serious question.
And this, it's not like June where there's not much going on. This is in the teeth of crazy stories. Wisconsin Badgers, the Green Bay Packers, the Brewers.
Shohei Ohtani just murdered the Brewers.
Unreal.
800-990-3776. Will, I actually, I'd love to just tell Strofe to just not come do the show, but, that would be, again, just doing what Strofe did to you, putting more on your plate when you already have stuff on your plate.
Right. I do have other things to attend to, which I also wish I could be attending to right now during this time, but...
Sorry, you can't do
You're
that.
going to be burning the midnight oil tonight, Will.
Yeah, I know.
Catch it up.
Thank you for getting me that one thing you needed to do for me.
Of course.
Way to put me at the top of the list. I appreciate you.
It's called delivering.
It's not what we're getting from our guy. Barstool Big Cat, we've had him on the show to talk about the state of Wisconsin Badger football program. He's talking about the state of the Wisconsin football program again, obviously, on the day after Chris McIntosh puts out the statement about the way that he believes in Luke Fickle and how this thing's going to roll. Well, on Wake Up Barstool on Fox Sports 1, Barstool Big Cat addresses Wisconsin football, and he steals some material. He steals a little material, but I think it's well worth the listen. We hear about what Barstool Big Cat, a alum of the program, thinks from top down what is going on and what is wrong with the Wisconsin Badgers football program and the university next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What are you going to do with the video?
It was going to be on Snapchat if I got the pick right.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnofthebog.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted. Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Sentry Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 5 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Cheetos, Fritos, Smart Food, or Tostitos dip, 2 for $7. 64 ounce or 8-pack selected varieties Juicy Juice, 2 for $5.50. 8.2 to 18 ounce selected varieties C-Pack frozen seafood, $5.99. 6 count selected varieties Bay's English muffins, $2.99.
I am starving.
Oh, no. Never walk into a Sentry when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, wow, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Sentry's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9.
Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. No Alex Stro if he decided to decide what's more important, interviewing Doug Gottlieb or being here for us. And it was interviewing Doug Gottlieb up in Green Bay with cameras and lights and softball questions.
Lies. Ain't no cameras or lights. A hand held by Matty Hayes, 24. And maybe a little light they have, little front-facing light that you have on your iPhone. Yeah, something like that.
Selfie light kind of
low budget.
Full-time Will is running the show. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. You also can hit us on the Carbless talk and text line 800-990-3776. Now, as I mentioned on Wake Up Barstool on FS1 this morning, Barstool Big Cat, a big supporter of the Wisconsin football program, basketball program, an alum of the school, has a big voice. He's got a strong following, a lot of passionate fans that follow what he says. And let's just hear the full minute-long clip here, because I think he goes into detail what is it exactly that's sort of going wrong here.
It is the Titanic going down, and they are basically playing the violin on the decks of the Titanic. Now,
who said that?
In terms of I know Chris McIntosh, I know Luke Fickle. I like these guys. These are good people. But at some point, you have to look in the mirror and say, this is not working. We need to fix it. And part of the fix is we shouldn't be doing these jobs anymore in terms of head coaching and being the athletic director. And that's where I think we're at with Chris McIntosh and Luke Fickle. They are not good at their jobs currently. I'm not saying Luke Fickle could go be a great coach somewhere else. Chris McIntosh, you could maybe go be an AD at a MAC school. You're not cut out for what you're doing right now. And the longer they prolong this is a sunk cost fallacy that Wisconsin is going with right now, where they've spent a lot of money on the head coach.
Yep.
And they spent a lot of money on rebuilding facilities for the football program. The more money you put into the current iteration, the longer it's going to take for us to get out of this hole.
Oh, boy, did that sound familiar.
Well,
oh, my gosh.
I know Big Cat's been on the show before, so I know he's a fan, but boy, oh, boy.
This is my first time hearing that audio. And so you guys told me about the first part about the playing of the violin on the Titanic.
Because Ben said that yesterday.
But the sunk cost fallacy, I recall Brad talking about that, and you two going through that yesterday.
I was like, Brad, well, I saw the sunk cost fallacy going around. I was like, I'm just going to toss it to Brad on this one. I think he's going to know a little bit better about it.
You can't. There's no way that's a coincidence. Come on now.
No, he listens to the show.
Yeah.
He thinks that much of us. They said, I'll just steal their material.
Good stuff, Big Cat. You're welcome.
Hey, whatever he needs to do to get everybody talking about Wisconsin.
Yes.
This is somebody that has a true platform. We have a platform, but he has a platform. And so the fact that we have somebody like that crusading for our Wisconsin Badgers football program, the program that we love, that is going to get the national attention. They took time on a national show to talk about the problems at the University of Wisconsin-Madison football program. So whatever you got to do, whatever material we need to feed them, because we need to continue to apply pressure on the university and athletic program to let them know that what we are seeing is not good enough, and doing what we're doing is not going to be allowed. And we need for the chancellor to finally say, hey, I don't know much about footballs and whatever it is, but I had to fix myself before y'all got mad. Football,
you're gonna get fixed, all right.
But I do know if we win more football games, we get more people to attend and we generate more revenue. And right now, we're not winning football games. People aren't going to the games like they used to, and we're not going to generate enough revenue. So at the end of the day, your cash cow is the football program. And to the chancellor, make sure you make some changes that need to be made. So I'm glad we have somebody crusading on a national stage to get this program fixed, because if he ain't going to do it, we ain't going to have nobody else, because there's no other person that has a platform like that other than J.J. Watt. And I don't think J.J. Watt can disseminate utilize this platform like that anyway. So I'm glad we got Big Cat working for us.
Yeah, I mean, Big Cat, he's so rational. He makes so much sense. And this is more than just the entertaining Barstool. This is a plea. This is a rational plea
from an
alum to say this isn't good enough. And I don't think anybody that says change needs to occur takes that lightly, right? Because of everything that's included in there. But he's exactly right, because he made a point that's just so true. If you prolong this, it's just going to dig your hole deeper, and it's going to take longer and longer to get out. You throw more money at the problem, you prolong this whole thing, you're just going in the opposite direction for too long. So if somebody like Big Cat, who's got a national presence, who can see this from a national perspective, we see it from a Wisconsin perspective, he sees it from a national perspective, and he sees this, then this should catch the attention of the chancellor, because he says later on...
Oh, he's been tweeting her.
He should. because he makes the observation, which is the right observation, that if Badger football dies, the university dies alongside it.
800-990-3776. Who do you hold most responsible for this collapse that we've seen? Is it Mac? Is it Fickle? Is it the Chancellor? 800-990-3776. Who do you hold most responsible for how the Wisconsin Badgers football program got to where it is today? Carbless talking text line.
I'd be a hypocrite if I said Mac. The reason why I'd be a hypocrite if I said Mac, because I do recall when they made the move to hire Luke Fickle as the football coach, I thought that was a home run hit. I said, okay, that's what's up. You get a guy that played in a college football playoff. You get a guy, more importantly, though, that was able to develop guys that went to the NFL. That is what we needed. We had become stagnant as an overall program, right? A guy that was able to recruit, but again, more importantly, develop talent and win football games. So I would be a hypocrite if I said, we got to fire Mac. I blame Mac because this was just a bad hire. Now, he is the one that made the hire, not Kyle Wallace. But I put the blame on Luke Fickle. I don't think Luke Fickle's been able to build this program up to a level that he was expecting it to be. He misfired. He thought that he can bring in his own guys and win football games, and then he realized that he wasn't able to do that, and the guys that he was bringing in weren't going to be ready to compete on the level in the Big Ten, and now you see what the result is. This football program has gone from fighting to make a ball game, which already sucks, to getting blown out by Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota, to now starting off the 2025 Big Ten season 0-5, and right now averaging less than 6 points per game.
You can just say
offense.
5.
5 points per game on offense.
Why are you raising it to less than 6 points per game? Just say they're at 5 points per game.
I thought it was 5.
5.
So when you talk about how bad
they haven't scored in 11 quarters.
It's so bad.
Scored. Not a touchdown. Scored.
No safeties, no field goals, nothing.
Yeah, and I'm right there alongside you, right? I think the blame goes squarely on Luke Fickle, because you're right. When Fickle was hired, I thought that it was the right hire, and I still think it was the right hire, right? It just didn't work. The disconnect at all levels is inexplicable, but it's unavoidable, right? You can't look at it and ignore the fact that it's happening, because the product's on the field and it's just so clear this is not who this program was supposed to be, and it's just unacceptable. However, so the blame's on Luke Fickle to this point. However, if change isn't made in a significant fashion by the time the season's over, right, or within a week of the season, then the blame shifts purely onto Mac, because then Mac is basically saying, you know what, I'm doubling down, I'm tripling down, just like my letter said, that I'm going to try to find a way to make this work. If it's so clear that there's a problem, and if there's so much smoke and other stories going on about how this thing isn't working and behind the scenes that there's dysfunction, then how can you possibly be a Wisconsin kid like Mac, play for Wisconsin, and be AD and not fix this when it's so clear that it needs to be fixed? So up till this point, blame I put on Luke Fickle. It just didn't work. He'll get other coaching jobs. He will be just fine. But Wisconsin needs to figure out its own self, and that's where the AD in Matt comes in, where something's got to be done.
You know what's crazy is that we've all either been in a relationship or we know somebody that's been in a relationship that just wasn't going to work, right? If you see a guy and a gal, going back and forth, they don't really fit together. You kind of know it's not going to work, but they just keep trying to make that square peg go into a round hole. That's exactly what it looks like with this football program. We all know that this is absolutely not working, and at this point, it is causing for everything around that program, from the student athletes to the students on campus to the families and parents of football players to us as fans. It is causing for us to see, and it's harmful to us because it's a toxic relationship. I now have a toxic relationship with the Wisconsin Badger football program because I want them to be so good. I want them to be at their best, but unfortunately, they just can't do it. You literally have people comparing them to the Titanic. We know how the Titanic ended. Not well.
Wait. Don't. Yeah, we know. And I already said they hit the iceberg. Like it's ended. It's over. And that's to your point. Like this whole acting as if you can patch things up right now is just so annoying to me. And I've been doing this thing back and forth in my head as to like, all right, so now that I've heard the triple down, because I know obviously Chris McIntosh picked Luke Fickle to be the head coach of the program and paid him a lot of money to do so.
So didn't he?
$8 million a year is all you need to know, right? And the buyout is very high. But when I think about the fire Fickle chance coming to his, defense, I get that. But then after Ohio State, going into Oregon, where you're 33-point dogs,
that what it is?
33-point dogs to be like, I believe that we can reach the potential that Coach Fickle and I believe we can get to. It's just it's a slap in the face to any Badger fan who's watched this team. It just is. And it's upsetting. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, so, what if as a guy who was the athletic director, I said, all right, I've been a former Badger. I love this university. And I clearly can identify, like everyone else can identify, that Luke Fickle isn't the guy, right? I think anyone with a brain knows that right now. Would it just be better? No, he does, but I think he's trying to preserve life, which I understand. But would he have preserved life better for himself if he just owned it quicker? Because now, with the rest of the schedule and how this season's going, the longer this goes, as we've all said, and as Big Cat said, who we just played, the worse it gets in trying to rebuild what you're putting into right now. So I'm like, I guess part of me is like, I guess there's a job preservation, but there's part of me that is a Badger that's thinking, damn, man, just cut bait. Just do it now.
Because I can respect taking a big swing, and in the moment
it didn't
thinking
work.
it was right.
He don't want to be here.
Yeah, that's
Luke Fickle don't want to be here.
I don't know why he would want to be here.
That's the thing, is hopefully they can go, because who wants to be fired, right? Why not negotiate a buyout where you don't get all your $25 million, but you get your dignity? Luke, at the end of this season, you should look in the mirror and say, you know what? This ain't the place for me no more. I'm going to walk away. Maybe you can get a job at a MAC school, get a job somewhere else, or maybe, one of those new schools going to the Pac-12. Maybe get a job somewhere like that and help build the program. But this ain't where he needs to be at. Maybe they can come to an agreement for a buyout. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have him stick around for the rest of the season and just lose.
I know. I want him to sit in it a little bit because it's the bet that they've made. I get it. That's just like but then part of me goes, well, the longer you sit in it, the worse it keeps looking and the harder it is to restore. Like making a statement like all these other schools are doing, saying this isn't good enough to the standard and they're not even Wisconsin. You have teams firing guys for less.
Yeah,
firing guys for less. And we're saying, yeah, well, let's wait it out for the buyout. It's about making a statement about the fans that are watching this product die. Marcus in Wisconsin, you're on the Carbless Talking text line with Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Who do you hold most responsible?
Honestly, I think we have to start holding the players accountable. The coach has proven he can coach in other areas. I mean, I don't think the best coach could make these players perform any better.
No.
Players.
No. Yeah, I disagree. I think the players play a role in it, but at the end of the day, remember, these are college kids that he recruited, and players have to develop. Watching Wisconsin football, whether it was Barry Alvarez to Brett Bielema to Paul Chryst to even Jim Leonard, who took over a football program that was losing and they fired a coach and found a way to get them to a bowl game, what he did was he was able to develop 3-star players and develop guys that were walk-ons and to be starters. Jimmy Leonard himself was developed into an NFL player from a walk-on. So when we're talking about players, I think these are good kids. I just think they're not being coached up. If you can tell me, Marcus, it sounds like you're a fan. Can you tell me 3 players that have developed under Luke Fickle in the last 3 years?
I cannot, but
Okay. So
I
but
think that the players, because it'd be like, you could have, like, what coach do you think that's out there would be able to make these
Dude, Marcus, I think there's a lot of coaches. Marcus, I'm going to be very honest. Muman Njongmeta, he was a linebacker for the Wisconsin Badgers. His senior year, he got benched during his senior year. He did not play for the Wisconsin. He was on the team, but he got benched. Guess what he did? He didn't get drafted, but he ended up making the Cincinnati Bengals roster.
Yes, he did.
The season after he got benched in college football. So you telling me a guy that ends up making a roster in NFL gets benched at Wisconsin, a Wisconsin team that won 7 games? No. That's coaching. That's poor evaluation by the coaching staff. It's not. This ain't the players. This comes down to coaching.
Well, and Kenton Madison, I want to keep getting to KBN Nation here. 800-990-3776. You're on the Carbless Talking next line with KBN.
Hey guys, thanks for the call. I just have a feeling, is there any chance, do you guys think, that when this all started happening, Fickle's had a rough year, we all know that McIntosh has put out some feelers, or maybe Barry, who ultimately now these guys have all the support for Fickle. And maybe they put some feelers out for a coach, and there was no interest, nobody better. So now it's kind of like you got the hand you dealt. You got to go with it because there's nobody who wants this position.
Ken, I can promise you that there is somebody that is scrapping and clawing in college football that would die for the opportunity to coach at the University of Wisconsin, and you wouldn't have to pay him $8 million a year to do so. Yeah. And you would see more life. Just life. I'm not even going to say fire. I'm just going to say life. We'd see a heartbeat. There's no heartbeat. There's just a vest that says team, and it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you could find some program builders all over the country that are current head coaches, or you find the top tier programs get their O or D coordinator. They are hungry for an opportunity for a team like Wisconsin. Let's not forget the Wisconsin Badgers. It's a national program now. This isn't Midwest. This isn't just Purdue, Northwestern, whatever. This is a national brand that has been relevant for 30 years. Don't let the recency bias of us struggling so much have people look at this and say, no, this is not a good job. This is a coveted job. In a Big Ten, people would die for this opportunity. And the longer this goes on, the more we just continue to put ourselves back further behind the 8 ball. So I just don't think you can wait any longer.
You usually can't wait any longer.
Yeah, no, I can't wait any longer, and I can't wait after days like this when I'm stressed out to go home and have a ice cold Carbless, because Carbless is my ready-to-drink cocktail that hits every single time. I mean, why go through the complications of all the different ingredients, or even that, wondering about the inconsistency of different cocktails that maybe you go out to the local bar or establishment. You can bet on Carbless delivering every single time, because it is like a perfectly created cocktail right there in a can, and the experience is completely guilt-free. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten, just 100 calories, but all the flavor and all the taste. I mean, the flavors are off the charts. The margaritas, there's so many different kinds of margaritas that you almost need to take a whole margarita night just to try them. Not only that, the classic cocktails, Moscow Mule, Mojito, Paloma, and all the fruit flavors are just out of this world. There's something for everybody. So you should go ahead and try the ones that you like the most. I have a hard time deciding. That's why the Nortman fridge is full of Carbless. Go to your local grocer, pick it up, take one hand, two hand, and put it in the cart, because Carbless always deliver, especially as we're enjoying the crisp fall and all the wonderful sports that go along with it.
Who do you hold most responsible for the situation the Badgers are in right now on the football side of things? 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. Wheel of Will, Wheel of Stro, more Badgers, your phone calls, all of it is next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Brad.
Kyle.
I know
Kyle.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
For every athlete, every fan. Whether you're suiting up your team or rallying your fan base, Alpha Custom Apparel brings fresh, affordable designs to the field, court, or stands. We outfit schools, clubs, leagues, and fans with gear that turns heads and builds pride. Need uniforms, spirit wear, or fan merch in a hurry? Our quick turnaround and unbeatable Midwest-based service means you'll be ready for game day in style. Quality designs, comfortable fits, local service you can trust. Create with us at alphacustomapparel.com.
The 24th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Green Bay Packers all-time leading receiver and Super Bowl champion Donald Driver will be the featured guest and keynote speaker. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
It's homecoming this weekend at UW Whitewater. Make plans to cheer on your Warhawks when they welcome in UW Platteville in a top 15 battle on Saturday at 1 p.m. The annual George Christ Memorial Bowl game features a pair of top 15 ranked teams. Get tickets now at uwwsports.com. Experience national championship level college football this Saturday when the Warhawks welcome in the Pioneers to Perkins Stadium. Kickoff at 1 p.m. For tickets to this rivalry game, go to uwwsports.com. Warhawk football powered by tradition.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers, Big Ben, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Are you ready to make a winning decision? Are you going to gamble for fun, or are you going to gamble for money? This year, make that decision that will build your bankroll all year long. Go to FatJackSports.com, and for less than $100 a week, make money betting on the games. That's FatJackSports.com. It's a personal portal. It comes to your email. It's hassle-free. It'll make you money. FatJackSports.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and former Badger football alum. I mean, NFL player and all Big Ten punter, Brad Nortman. That
yeah.
That's Will clicking buttons because Strofe decided he had something better to do today.
I know, right? They're very salty about it.
I know.
They drive in their car. Well, you know when somebody, after they hear you talk about them, they tweet out something and send it to you because they knew you weren't going to see it. That's how you know they mad. Y'all better pay attention to the road. Stop paying attention to y'all phone. Get out y'all chest.
Over under how many shots taken? 5.5.
Oh, they're still going.
They had their own segment in the car talking about it. 100%.
Let's keep it on the Carbless talk and text lines. We're asking, who are you holding most responsible for how the Wisconsin Badgers got to this point? Let's start with Dale, and you put Will Woodchuck, question mark?
I couldn't quite hear where he said. It sounded like it said Woodchuck.
Dale's got a question for Brad, so I'd gladly field this one from Dale. You're on the Carbless talk and text line. Dale, you got me? Your elevator music going?
Yeah, in the background. Where you at?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
we
Dale.
hear you.
And we hear music in the background.
All right, yeah, sorry. This is RJ.
RJ. Oh, Stroke, you done left it with a producer that don't know how to hear.
RJ, what do you got?
All right, so what I got is, and this is going to be a take you may not, it may not be popular, but I blame Barry Alvarez way back in the day. Once he left as a coach and went to athletic director, his decision to go to Brett Bielema, although Brett Bielema was not unsuccessful, but there was a chain effect that went, and we never reached the heights that we reached under Barry Alvarez. You have to remember, at one point under Barry Alvarez, we were ranked number 5 in the country at the end of the season, and there was an argument for us being in the 14 playoff, and we hadn't reached those heights since.
Yeah, RJ, appreciate the call, and you're welcome to your opinions, but it's just incorrect.
RJ, I mean, Brett Bielema's tenure followed by Paul Chryst tenure, had remarkable mountaintop moments. I was a part of 2 Big Ten championship and Rose Bowl appearance teams where our teams topped out at 4th in the country, and we ended top 10 both years. Let's not forget that 2017 team by Paul Chryst. He won 13 games. That's a record.
I was there on the sideline in the 4th quarter watching the Badgers potentially driving to win to go to the college football playoff before expansion of the playoffs.
They were up. They were over Ohio State, and obviously they let it get away at the end.
2019, I believe they're up 21-7 at the end of the first half against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and then Ohio State happened. But that was just all incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, there has been so many
Bielema was a beast. I know he left for more money, but as a Badger head coach, he pummeled teams. They went to 3 straight Rose Bowls with 3 straight Big Ten championships. They were really, really good, and you could say taking what Alvarez did and helping propel the opportunity for Paul Chryst and crew when Paul Chryst was in his prime of being the head coach, of doing really good things. No, you can say Big Ten West or not, but we don't win 13 games on accident.
Yeah, with Paul Chryst teams, I mean, he had studs on those teams, studs after studs, guys that are still playing in the NFL today.
We're seeing them, and we're never going to see anybody on Sundays, on Sunday Night Football, when their head pops up, you're never going to hear them say, University of Wisconsin, Madison.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, on Sunday, you're going to hear 3 Badgers talking about their names: Keanu Benton, Nick Herbig, and of course TJ Watt.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's that if anything, Brett Bielema's success at Illinois proves that he made the right decision. He knows how to build and sustain a Big Ten program. Brett Bielema was a huge success. The only thing that was unexpected was him going to Arkansas. Gary Anderson was a blip, but when Paul Chryst came back, it was exactly what this program needed to get back to its roots. And he had a successful run. Now, it didn't end particularly well, but up until 2020,
until 2020,
this team has been good to great, and the great moments are knocking. There is probably, I don't know, I would probably say 6 teams since Alvarez.
I would kill to knock on the door of anything. We can't even knock on the door of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, boy, that's crazy. You can't get in the end zone.
There's probably 5 or 6 teams since Alvarez left that would make this 12-team playoff, and some that would be knocking on the door of the 4-team playoff. So don't tell me there hasn't been success.
Matt and Grafton, you're on the Carbless Talking text line. Who do you put most responsible for where we're at?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I kind of agree with most of you guys. I put a lot of this on Fickle. Just like Kyle said earlier, I really thought Fickle was the right hire when we first made it. I mean, I think most people, he came out, was a hot coach at the time. But, you know, his lack of involvement with the program, I feel like there's no passion for that UW traditions, you know, breaking some of those traditions up, as I've been hearing through social media. I think, you know, that's a big thing. Those game day traditions are not there like they used to be. And I think you need a leader that's going to build our program, represent it, go out there. I think, like you guys are saying, we can't just settle for – we can't compete with the big boys. Indiana's doing it. Illinois is doing it. We can still be there. We can still make the playoffs. We just need to find the right guy, the right fit, and I think Fickle is not that fit. But if we continue with them, then McIntosh needs to accept that this blame's going to fall on him ultimately.
Well, it is, and that's pretty spot on, and it's just good to hear that really true fan perspective of what you're feeling, what everyone is feeling, and it's good to be seen.
Well, the problem is this, and he hit that, is that because we are losing, they are trying to blame it on NIL. They're trying to blame it on we don't have the resources. We don't have this or that to be successful. But again, Indiana, now they got money. Mark Cuban's going to give them some money. Why? Because they won.
Proof of concept.
Illinois found a way to start winning, right? And so what happens? People start supporting you. So these teams, it's not like they just got a whole bunch of money and they started winning. No, they said we're going to build a program, we're going to build the culture, and we're going to win games. The Wisconsin Badgers were right there. Unfortunately, Luke Fickle came in, and what he saw he did not think was good enough. He didn't think they were a championship class, and he tore it down and has been unable to build it up. And this is what happens, right? This is a tale of when you come somewhere thinking that it's completely broken and you destroy it, and you realize that you just destroyed the foundation and the fabric of what you needed in order to grow upon something. He destroyed Wisconsin football, and now what we are left with is shambles of what used to be in a football program that is the worst football program in the Big Ten based off record. And then when you add in how many points they have scored per game and 5 points per game, they are the worst team in the Big Ten this year. And I have never, ever, ever in my life Had to say that about the Wisconsin Badgers football team since I could pay attention to football, which takes back to like 95.
Yeah, every major stat.
Thanks for telling us when you were born.
I was born in 90.
I know. I'm just saying. 5 years old, Kyle was breaking down football.
No, I remember being at my grandma's house watching the Big Ten championship. Not Big Ten, the Rose Bowl back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
on New
Core
Year's.
memories right there.
It was really great to see Luke Fickle show out for those guys that came back to the school this weekend.
He probably wrote a note.
Hey, sorry I can't make it. Really appreciate what you guys did. Now, I am the get a vein in my head when I'm angry guy, but like the guy was a wrestler. The guy was part of like championship like pedigree. Luke Fickle's yet to lose it. Like show me you have a pulse, man. Like lose it in a press conference, lose it on a referee. Somebody like do something. Like show me you care. Like telling me, we got to continue to work to get like I don't care. Like, show me you want to be here. At no point does it feel like Luke Fickle wants to be in Madison and cares as much about the program than anyone else. Because you know why? That check clears.
It's not home, man.
He looks defeated.
It's just not home, right? He comes from Ohio State program, and he came to Wisconsin, and he tried to build something that didn't work, and he's defeated. That's what he is. He's completely defeated. It's one thing when you're coaching for pride. When you have somebody like Brett Bielema, even though he wasn't a Wisconsin guy, he coached under Barry Alvarez, and he took on what that pride was, right? He cared about that. Unfortunately for Luke Fickle, he didn't find any success, and then he just has no pride in this program, and we see it on the field. Again, I will always look to the fact that the Wisconsin Badger football team went against 3 teams last year that they literally have trophy games against, and they got walloped.
Will, you cooking something up over there?
Well, I wanted to bring up Brian Kelly. Like, he's a little bit of an ass, but at least he shows that he cares for LSU and he's willing to fight for his guys. You always see these clips come out about him
slamming,
feuding with the media, but at least he shows that he has some passion and he cares. Luke Fickle, it's just like reading a book, listening to that guy talk. It's so boring.
Who has more personality, Luke Fickle or the wall?
What color is the wall painted?
Doesn't matter.
A cardboard box has more personality.
Damn.
Spot the lie.
I met Luke before. He seemed nice.
He's nice. Well, it's like
he seemed nice.
His family
it's like
nice.
What Big Cat said. He's a good dude. I mean, he's nice. But like, there's just no like great connection.
Nice guys finish last. You think Nick Saban nice? Hell, to Urban Meyer. We know Urban Meyer's a sleaze bag. Anyway, guess what? He didn't finish last. He finished first over and over and over. So nice guys finish last. I don't want a nice guy. Brett Bielema, you think he was a nice guy? He was a cool dude.
Yeah.
But he wasn't no nice guy.
Not on game day.
Yeah. Rip into somebody. I seen him come back and beat the Wisconsin Badgers and dance on us. Was excited. Moving around with that big old gut. Walking around as he just whooped the hell out of Paul Chris. He was excited. He said, hell yeah, we came here and took care of business. That's what I want. Luke Fickle just, let me go run off the field.
Run?
Or let me just move off the field. Team, right? Together, everybody achieves more. Mm-hmm.
Should be running.
He should be running to get the hell up out of here.
Tell us about somebody who is great, Brad.
Oh, I tell you
the greatest of the greats.
When I think about
honestly, Gina they'd have 3 wins under Gina Della. Not 2, but 3.
Oh, at least. I mean, Gina would be able to rattle off win after win after win. And you can rattle off a win with your windows and doors with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You're looking for that winning solution for your home, for your energy costs, for that craftsmanship that can only be delivered by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Then look no further than Gina Della and her team. And now's the perfect time to do it. You probably feel the weather getting crisp, just like I do, so you don't want to wait any longer. And you don't want to wait on this deal either. Up to 0% interest for up to 60 months. 5 years of 0% interest. You get all those windows and doors at a deal that only Pella can provide for you, with only the durability and the beauty that they can provide, all for 0% interest up to 60 months. So stop by at the Experience Center in Brookfield and see what they can do for you. Visit PellaWI.com and see how Pella Windows and Doors can change your home, change your life with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I have one question that I want to ask everybody coming up next, and then I want to move on from this bargaining, anger, depression, all stages of grief in one moment of time. I just want to know if this is like, if I'm in crazy world right now. Like, this doesn't feel real. Just make sure I'm not crazy, which I am next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Here's the worst thing that happened about Brad Nortman producing Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and is Kyle, you know what's going to happen? He's going to have so much like softness in his heart for producers.
I lost the guy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Just what everybody planned for. A kicking controversy in Green Bay after 7 weeks. Veteran kicker Brandon McManus has been sidelined with a right quad injury each of the last 2 weeks. And new kicker Lucas Haversek a perfect 10 for 10 on field goals and extra points combined, including the new franchise record 61-yard field goal he hit on Sunday against Arizona. Head coach Matt LaFleur.
It's a great luxury, I would tell you, but certainly we've got to feel confident, and Brandon's got to feel confident that he can go out there and perform to the level that what he's used to performing at.
Time will tell who's handling booting the ball Sunday in Pittsburgh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property. It's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof. It's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
This Thursday, October 23rd, the KBN crew is taking over the Bullpen Sports Bar and Grill in New Berlin, broadcasting live from 2 to 5 p.m. Come out for Taco Thursday, meet the team, and stick around for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. You'll love Friday fish fries, their crowd favorite pizza and wings, and game day specials for the Badgers, Bucks, Brewers, and Packers. Grab a seat inside or on their outdoor patio and see why everyone's talking about the Bullpen, your local spot for food, friends, and Wisconsin sports. See you this Thursday at the Bullpen.
At Ewald Automotive, we make it easier than ever to get you into America's best-selling trucks and SUV during Ewald Truck and SUV Month. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC, Jeep, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Ewald is your one-stop shop for trucks and SUV. All makes, models, and sizes. Choose 0 down, 0 payments till 2026, or 0% financing. All with our low price guarantee. All in one place. Ewald Truck and SUV Month going on now.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
On select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, I want to tie a bow on today's conversation of who you're most disappointed in and who you hold responsible for getting the Wisconsin Badger football program to this point. But I do love hearing the perspective of our teammate on the Barry Alvarez show, 6 to 8 yesterday. You can check it out on YouTube at ESPN Madison if you missed it. This is what Barry Alvarez had to say yesterday with Jesse Nelson, Tarek Saleh, and Derek Engler.
That's the easy thing to do. If you've never played, if you've never coached,
you don't know anything.
The first thing you do, things go south a little bit, fire everybody. Then what the hell are you going to do? You're going to bring some knuckleheads in here that don't know anything about anything, and you start all over again. Then you're worse than where you started. So you hire people, and you believe in them, you stick with them, and support them until the time comes, if that comes, that you know that they can't get the job.
Hey, Coach.
All right, there's Derek Engler, who basically is a parrot of Barry Alvarez, just repeats everything.
He's a hype man.
He's a hype man.
All I hear is hype. Shout out to Derek Engler.
No, shout out to him, but he's literally like, whatever he says, I say.
He is the hype man.
This just came on Twitter from Steve the Homer True. Remember that Alvarez as AD changed from Gary Anderson after 2 seasons. 20-7 record, 13-3 in the Big Ten, and now he's complaining about fans' opinion when Fickle is in his 3rd season, 14-18 with an 8-14 record in Big Ten play. I'll say it. Come on, Barry.
Well, he didn't fire him. Gary left, but he.
It was a mutual. Like you're not meant to be here, buddy.
Because he went to a worse job.
He did to Oregon State because for some reason I feel like he wanted to be out that way in the West, but he also hired a knucklehead, right? That's what Barry did. He hired a knucklehead in Gary Anderson, and now we got a knucklehead in what's his? I can't remember his name now. Luke Fickle. Trying to get it out.
It's an important part of what Barry said is you support him until he proves he can't do the job. Are we still wondering?
Brad, the iceberg's been hit. We don't have to.
That's the thing. Are we still wondering if he can do the job? Is that still in question? Because I think for almost unanimous, that question has been answered.
And that's what I wanted to get to very briefly here was like, I just want to make sure, because I'm having conversations based off what we talked about yesterday and people texting me or messaging me, and it's all like 99% of people are on the same page, but the people who are in charge, I get it. They have to, try and put out the statement and keep things together, but it almost feels like it's pushing things in a worse direction. But like, no one wants to be the fire guy. But when you're seeing other coaches get fired for less, and when you're paying somebody as much as you are, just say you don't have the funds to fire him. Don't gaslight me into thinking that there is a potential that this could be turned around, because anybody with a brain and 2 eyes knows that you cannot. And so we're like, I feel like we're not off base here. Like this, like we've waited. I've done all right, I'm give it time. Like I said, the iceberg's been hit. There's no coming back from this. And the only way you could is if you win 4 out of the last 5 games. Ha!
Yeah. That I would give them this. They win 4. If they win the games, then go right ahead, keep them. And then some happened. Jesus came down and decided it was angels in the outfield. No, angels on the football field for the Badgers. That's what that would be.
6 Man. You know that movie?
Yeah, 6 Man. Great movie.
They need somebody to take the football and make sure it goes in the Badgers' hands.
Yeah, divine intervention.
And then take tacklers and make them go the other way. Oh my gosh! What a juke move.
They need something.
Guy tripped over his shoelaces. How did that happen? How did his shoes come untied? We need God. Only God can save the Badgers.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Please, God. Please.
At this point, I don't. At this point, the relationship is so torn up. I'm just sick of seeing Luke Fickle on the sideline. We get to the point where just like I just want to be over.
Yeah, I need something new.
I need a refresh. I need somebody to come in here and get me all hyped up and just excited. The excitement is gone. So that's why.
Dude, I remember talking to Luke Fickle before KBN, right when he joined on Scalzo and Brust, and like, you know how they put out the bat signal when they got a recruit or a transfer?
They still do that?
I shouldn't. I don't think so. But my overall point is like, that was something fans got excited about. And I remember Luke Fickle's answer to this day was the most boring answer of all time.
What was it?
Yeah, somebody else handles it, just embrace it, man. Like, just everything has felt so disconnected from this program. Looking back now, I fell for it. I fell for the Fire Fest. I bought the ticket. I got to the concert. There's no concerts. There's no betting. There's no water.
But I mean, you should do a case study on marketing for the first 12 months of his regime, because he hyped everybody. I was hyped up. I was like, oh my goodness, Wisconsin's going to be a college football playoff team. This is going to be unbelievable. But the marketing pitch, the product has not matched it. And not only has it not matched it, it's a defunct product. It doesn't even work. It's fallen into a place where you can't even believe it's a Wisconsin bag.
And Mike chimes in on YouTube, and then we got to move on here. Didn't Wisconsin do what Barry said? Fired Chris, and then ended up in a worse position with a knucklehead?
I mean, that's
it is. It is.
That's what Barry said.
I would take Paul Chris back at this, not because I think Paul Chris will compete for championships, but I wholeheartedly believe
Saturdays would mean something.
It would mean something, and I think Wisconsin would have had his ups, it would have had his downs, but it wouldn't have been this down now.
I will say I was tough on Paul at the end, and I stand by it. Watching the Penn State game in which they couldn't make a handoff, to then losing at home to Washington State, and then losing 40-10 against Illinois at home.
They almost won that Penn State game. If it wasn't for a bad pass from Graham Mertz to a wide-open Chimere Dike.
But the thing is, those days feel like glory days compared to what we're dealing with now.
They do. Do you guys remember we couldn't stand? Remember when we used to get mad at Joel Stave for underthrowing cats?
Lob ball McGee.
Yeah, we remember we get mad at Graham Mertz thinking Graham Mertz was the problem. Remember, we're like, oh, man. Wow, I would have took the Kansas.
Alex Hornibrook won 12 straight games.
Yeah,
undefeated in Big Ten play.
Winning his quarterback in Wisconsin history, just like that.
And we were frustrated with him throwing the ball sometimes.
Maybe we were spoiled.
I was. I get it. Pat on the back to me, as you said.
Pat on the back to us. We were spoiled.
Pat on the back.
Thanks,
but
Barry.
I'd rather be spoiled than heartless. Or lifeless, rather.
Lifeless.
Time for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust coming up next. Will Strofe be back? Or will he stop at a gas station for his 6th Mountain Dew of the day? We'll find out. Let's go caller number. I was trying to find a connection to the wins for the Badgers, but 2 would be way too quick.
Why don't you do 6 for the amount of Mountain Dews Alex Strofe has had?
Let's go caller 6 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? You're going to get 15 questions in 90 seconds. This will be a good mental reset after just an hour straight of frustration and trying to figure out what is next for this Wisconsin Badger program. 800-990-3776. You're going to get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. Will probably doesn't know what my record is because the producer that's normally here doesn't, update our producers on all the things they need to know for the show. But that's another story. I digress on Alex Strofe. 800-990-3776. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Caller 6 in 2 minutes.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra, superior light beer, as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 in Milwaukee, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenney's Lake Country, and Brat Stop in Kenosha. Please enjoy responsibly.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
That's right, you are kicking it with KBN. I am Brad Nortman. Right in front of me is Kyle Wallace. Behind the glass, Will Summers, who is the producer, at least up until this point when Alex Stro, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, gets back from his big interview with Doug Gottlieb in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And today, we have, just because we're running a little bit behind, we're going to roll right into it. We got Dennis from Florida here to compete against Ben Brust. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? As a note on this thing that, what Strofe said to me as far as the questions for today. Ben's record, really bad to the point I've lost track. That's what Strofe said. We don't have a record for what Ben Brust is. He's lost track. It's been so bad.
He's mailed it in.
He mailed it in. He's focused too much on Gottlieb.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he does not. Ben's record is very similar to the guy that he interviewed in Doug Gottlieb.
Yes, that's very true.
Oh, wow.
That's very true. Let's go ahead and spin it, Will.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu.
It is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Here is how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds. Get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass. We'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Today we got Dennis from Florida here to play. Dennis, where in Florida are you?
Good, guys. I'm in Orlando.
Orlando, Florida. Not far from my old stomping grounds up there in Jacksonville. Well, welcome into the show. Glad you are joining and here to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Now, we do this thing now where you can choose your own destiny. Would you like me, Kyle Wallace, or Will Summers to ask you the questions for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
You can do it.
Okay, how about that?
I can do it because I don't have the questions.
I like it. I was going to hand you my laptop if you did. Dennis, any questions before jumping in?
You said pass, answer, or pass, right?
Yep. You can answer it, or if you don't know the answer, you can say pass. We'll come back to it if you get through the rest.
So to be quick on that pass if you don't know it.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Oh, let's do this. I love the confidence. Let's go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Who painted The Starry Night? Say it again.
Pass.
Pass. Who was the president of the United States in 1991?
George Bush.
Which actor played Captain Jack Sparrow?
My God, pass.
What is the primary language spoken in Brazil?
Portuguese.
What is the term for a baby kangaroo?
A jack.
Which city hosted the 2000 Summer Olympics?
France.
Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Pass.
What was the year the first Super Bowl took place?
1965.
What fruit has varieties such as Fuji and Gala?
Apples.
Which band famously released the album Dark Side of the Moon?
Black Sabbath.
Okay. We didn't have a... Will, what do you got for him?
I got a 2 spot.
I got a 2 spot as well. So,
oh boy, I tell you, he was nervous.
Yeah, maybe
he was very nervous. Ben's gonna win this week because there was some in there he should get.
Yeah, he'll get a couple in there.
He didn't know it. He was like, ah.
The only thing I would say is it was a first-time player. Maybe say pass a little quicker. But Dennis in Florida, Orlando, Florida, thank you for playing. Ben Brust is back in here now.
Why are you looking at me for like that, Ben?
To show that I am of the utmost integrity.
Brother, if you got to cheat this week,
really?
There's a problem.
Okay, well, last week only got 3, so.
You're going to be all right. Well, but we'll see.
You never know.
You never
know.
All right, Ben, here's how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to you to get through the rest. You're playing Dennis in Florida, Orlando, Florida. And if he wins, he's going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize pack. Any questions?
I'm shocked that it's 3:13. I thought Strofe was back at 3:12.
Yeah.
I still see Will.
Stopped at the gas station.
Also, didn't he put in the email that he stopped keeping track of your record?
Yes, that's the other thing. He said
another
Ben's
thing he's
record,
given up on to focus on other things for Strofe Day.
quote,
Got it.
really,
Strofe Day.
really bad to the point I've lost track. Strofe's exact words for your record.
That's just called laziness.
It is.
All right, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. Who painted The Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
Who is the president of the United States in 1991?
H.W.
Who is the actor that played Captain Jack Sparrow?
Johnny Depp.
What is the primary language spoken in Brazil?
Portuguese.
What is the term for a baby kangaroo?
I always get this one wrong. It's a jack?
Which city hosted the 2000 Summer Olympics?
Sydney.
Who was the first woman to solo fly across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
What is the first year the Super Bowl took place?
1971.
What fruit has varieties such as Fuji and Gala?
Pass.
What band famously released the album Dark Side of the Moon?
AC/DC.
Who is the first U.S. president to appear on television?
Kennedy.
What is the fastest land animal?
Cheetah?
Who wrote the play Macbeth?
What? Pass. Who?
Macbeth.
No, I know. Pass.
What is the world's largest continent by land area?
Asia.
Which element has the atomic number of 6?
Yeah, pass.
What fruit has varieties such as Fuji and Gala?
What fruit has variety? Pineapple.
Huh. Interesting. You've never gone apple picking before, huh?
Fuji
Oh,
apple,
Fuji
Gala-
apples.
Yeah, Gala apples.
Oh!
I mean, you could.
I mean, you cooked him. He was really
I feel like I was doing good. How many did I get?
You stacked answers in a day you didn't really have to stack them.
I see the presence of a vice president, a market manager of Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, standing in the producer's booth, and
yeah, where's the producer at?
We don't know where the producer is.
Did you greenlight this?
Why do you think I'm standing down here? I'm waiting to see when and how he gets into work, because as far as I'm concerned, him going play patty cake with Doug Gottlieb up in Green Bay, I don't know who decided that was more important than this show.
Thank you.
What do you think? What do you think they discussed?
Think you asked the hard questions.
Favorite restaurant in Green Bay?
Yeah, could be. I have no idea what you discussed with somebody who. What was the record last year?
They were 4-22. Maybe they only won 4 games.
They only won 4 games.
Only won 4 games.
That's just a hard.
Did you see the production though? We just put it on ESPN Milwaukee's
There were lights and cameras
IG story. It looks really.
Out of all of the interviews you could just do remotely, like that's the one right there.
He gets all the glitz and glam for Doug Gottlieb.
I mean, what? And we took our social media queen up there too.
Yeah.
We took our Chiefs vibes officer out of the office.
Yeah.
Wasted
Who's
her.
we? Who said? What's with this we stuff?
We're a team, Benny.
Do you realize though? Do you realize there are
It's us versus Strofe. You're right.
There are camera folks who go and do their own report for local stations here in Milwaukee that bring their own camera, set it up, and do the interview. But Strofe needed Maddie to go up there.
Well, then I heard he was going to be in here at 10 after 3.
Yeah, he did say that.
And, you know,
3:16.
What's one thing that we talk about when when you're going to be late, you got to tell people you're going to be late.
Heads up. He didn't text me saying I wasn't going to be late. Did y'all fellas get it?
I mean, poor Will is down here.
He's got stuff to do.
Will's been here since like 4:30 in the morning.
I know.
You know? He sleeps here half the time.
And Strofe has the
There's
audacity.
right under the board.
The audacity to be like, Greg, man, I'm putting in all this work. You know, can you bump me up a little bit? Meanwhile, Will's picking up all of Strofe's real work.
He is.
Do you think the 100,000 views on the stream on Friday night went to his head?
Oh my God,
dude!
he's a star.
Gottlieb and Strofe are going to surpass that. Are you kidding?
You know he's a star.
TV.
He's a star in Japan right now, so he definitely is feeling.
Oh yeah! As soon as we got into work the other day, Strofe goes, guys, you got to see this. Look, it's all in Japanese. Like we've reached Japan.
He was like, oh, it's all me. It's all me. And it's a 9-minute video. He said they had the whole thing. I'm thinking they got the whole thing in Japanese. So no, it's literally like a 5-minute clip. Yeah, a 5-minute clip of them talking. That's it. All me. 1 million views.
It's funny because as you continue to talk, Greg, I've been waiting for him to show up, and he is still not showing up.
Why do you think I'm here? Now I'm wasting my time sitting here because I thought I would be able to come in and give a round of applause of him for finally showing up to work, and the man still isn't at work.
Still ain't at work. I know he's shaking in his boots right now.
I mean, how many different college basketball coaches are there? Oh, my goodness. Now I see that image up there. Will doing such a great job putting it up there. It looked like an E60 interview.
I said, dude, it's Doug Gottlieb.
What is the hardest?
I said it looked like Tom Rinaldi and Aaron Andrews at a Packers game interviewing Jordan Love before a 325 game.
What is the hardest question that Strofe asked Doug Gottlieb? Like, was this a softball interview where they made it out to look like this was a hard-hitting 60-minute style interview, and then we just spent the entire time with Strofe talking to Doug Gottlieb about how awesome he is after he had one of the worst seasons in the history of college basketball.
21-game losing streak.
As I'm looking at the picture right now, too, Strofe's got that look on his face like, you can trust me. Come on, let's be honest here. This is a safe place. Come on.
What
now.
picture are you talking about?
The picture that they posted.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
The one I sent you that they put on.
Yeah. You can trust me.
Oh, yeah.
It's a safe place.
And there's a video clip where he's doing the nodding the head up and down, like everything he says is like, the gospel.
Doug Gottlieb didn't even get dressed up for this. Dude has his shorts and T-shirts on. He didn't take me serious.
Did Strofe
didn't either.
I mean,
we're being honest.
Was that a sweater vest or a sweater and khakis?
Greg, you can go back to work. We'll continue to do our best without
He's
a
late,
producer.
man. He's texted at 3:14. I'll be here in 5 minutes. I'm not a mathematician, but Brad, what's 5 plus 14?
That's 19.
What time is it?
It's 3:19.
Okay, so now he'll lie. Now he'll lie.
What do we do? Did he stop it stop off for a
little quick trip
Sunday
maybe?
or something?
Is 6 Mountain Dew of the day.
Disgusting.
Are You Smarter Than Ben
Ben
Brust
won.
is brought to you by Lakeland University, Wisconsin's leader in flexible and personalized education. Whether you're just starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University, experience it your way. We're experiencing it Strofe's way today, but we'll continue on. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. The Packers are 4-1-1, and they are the number 1 seed if the season ended today in the NFC. We'll discuss the Green Bay Packers as Will's probably got an update from one Alex Strofe.
He said there's traffic.
Of course
Walking
there
in.
is.
Walking.
Oh my gosh!
If he's not in a sweat, out of breath, he just doesn't care. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Love you.
What?
Love you.
Love you too.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with an accident on southbound 43, right at the ramp from Keefe. The left shoulder is blocked. It's a semi and another car. So just be extra careful heading through that area. We are seeing a little bit of a backup. Then beyond that, we've got a little more of a delay from North Avenue down to Fond du Lac. Westbound 94, you've got backups from 17th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And then 41 southbound. That's pretty heavy from the county line to past Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Showers likely, cloudy and windy with a low of 42. And tomorrow, slight chance for showers, cloudy, windy with a high of 51. Weather's brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
the best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive a free motor for your automated awning with your order. Call 414-Awnings or visit comfortawnings.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Michelle Smallman.
We came on here yesterday, Ev, and we said Tua is under fire because of the stuff that he said at the podium. There's obviously fractures within that locker room. He's trying to lead in a very vocal and public way that's not bearing fruit for him. Oh, and by the way, he has the worst statistical 2-game stretch of his career. He has consecutive 3 interception games. If you're ever going to make a move at quarterback, now's the time. If you're Mike McDaniel, you're probably not going to survive this anyway. So why not go out there and at least try to do something and inspire the team and get a little bit of a spark with a different quarterback, because Tua clearly is not the answer. But guys, maybe this is above him. Maybe because of the contract, Chris Greer and or Stephen Ross were like, hey, we're paying him. You got to put him out there. This is out of your hands. When he comes out there and says, yeah, I hope we don't throw 10 interceptions, that doesn't really sound like someone who's excited for Tua to go out there and start again this week. Does that sound to you like a coach that's convicted about his quarterback?
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I want to talk about
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talking text line. Listen more. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Strove's going to raise my blood pressure about...
Hey, guys!
What a song. Want to talk about me?
It's just the way he came running through the market hall, with that bleep-eating grin on his face.
A pep in his step.
Just no accountability.
You hear Debbie on the last update? Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Brad, for those who are still interested in the answers of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, can you please share them?
Yeah, let's cruise through these. Who painted the star? And Ben won with, I believe, an 8 or 9 spot, and Dennis, unfortunately, just had a 2. Congratulations, Ben. Who painted the Starry Night? Vincent Van Gogh. Who is the president in 1991, the year Ben was born? George H.W. Bush.
Good job.
What actor played Captain Jack Sparrow? That's Johnny Depp. Primary language spoken in Brazil is Portuguese.
For the Johnny Depp one, I just kept thinking about the trial.
Are you talking about Amber Heard?
Yeah, that trial.
She had him on trial, but somehow she came out looking on the worst end of it.
Yep. Term for a baby kangaroo. Both you and Dennis said a Jack.
It's a Joey.
It's a Joey. Different name.
Same thing.
Jack Joey.
Okay.
Which I was actually...
I still hear the country song. Did you not have
was
it?
that me?
Yeah, that was you, buddy.
That was Kyle's phone.
If I had the authority to send you home, I would, but I don't, so I'm stuck with you till 5.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. Get to the answers.
Okay. Who hosted the 2000 Summer Olympics? Sydney, Australia. First woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, Amelia Earhart. First year of the Super Bowl, 1967. Which fruit has varieties like Fuji and Gala? That's indeed an apple. Band released the album Dark Side of the Moon is Pink Floyd.
Never would have got
First president to appear on TV is Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1939.
Prop them up there.
Yep.
TV in 39?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Black and white. Very much so black and white. What is the fastest land animal? A cheetah. Who wrote the play Macbeth? William Shakespeare.
Never heard of Macbeth.
Yeah.
It's a pretty popular
It's
one.
very popular. Yeah,
but
For most.
world's largest continent by land area is indeed Asia, and the element with the atomic number of 6 is carbon.
There it is. Those are the answers for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Alex Strofe, you're back, and go ahead. Talk.
Well, it's good to see you guys. I was listening on the way back from Green Bay. Nice trip. A little bit of rain out there. No fun. But so you could question whether or not I was working, but I was. I actually took some statistics about the last hour and 25 or so minutes of the show. So let's start with you, Ben.
Was this like around the horn where they go through the things they messed up on?
I don't know if it's that necessarily.
Wow, audio got loud out of nowhere.
He doesn't know how to produce a show.
Yeah, well, you suck now. Are you sabotaging our show now?
We often use this sound to describe how you talk. The word iceberg uttered by Ben Brust 28 times in the first hour of the show. That's one. Good observation. That's one every 100 seconds.
No, that's not true. You didn't.
Is that a real stat?
That's a real stat.
It's not a real stat.
It's a real stat. We were counting in the.
I'm sure. In between you all yelling at each other in the car and getting in your chest about what we're saying.
Brad, 142 words questioning somebody else's work ethic.
It's not like June, where there's not much going on. This is in the teeth of crazy stories. Wisconsin Badgers, the Green Bay Packers, the Brewers.
Shohei Ohtani just murdered the Brewers.
Just curious, how was your month-long paternity leave at the beginning of football season?
It was lovely. Thank you very much.
Not a bad one from Strofe.
Kyle, 45 different complaints in hour one, ranging from the University of Wisconsin Athletics to Good Karma Brands Management to even each of them you complained about once each.
What did I say?
So anyway, good to be back.
Wow, just stirring.
That was a waste of our time.
Also,
it's not like June, where there's not much going on. This is in the teeth of crazy stories.
You led the show with me.
Yeah, because it was so absurd.
It was. You didn't tell
Why
us about it.
Why did you take this interview via Zoom?
Yeah.
Of all the coaches to travel
Hey,
to.
Doug, great 40 or 4 and 28 lost season.
28 it was, correct. Yep. We talked at length about that.
What was the
Sure
hardest
you
question
did.
asked him?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you talked at length about how he's going to bounce back this year.
The hardest question I asked
Yeah,
him? What do you
like
mean by
really
that?
put him through the grinder.
Made him uncomfortable.
It was probably either the dual jobs, which we talked about again, the fact he's still doing a national radio show.
So no new material. It's been asked and answered.
Or why he continues to get in Twitter beefs with LeBron James and Adam Schefter, and does he view that as a distraction?
Oh, man, I can't wait for this interview. Holy cow.
I didn't know he was in a beef with LeBron James.
Yeah.
So he recruited a dude by the name of LeBron Thomas. And when he was at the dinner with that dude's
No.
parents,
If
they
you want
brought
to
up the
hear
beef
about
with
this,
LeBron James.
go find the Gottlieb Strofe interview.
Well, it's not out yet. We just
Go
recorded it.
find when it is out. You can promote it on Mr. Irrelevant, not on Kyle Brust and
What
Norman.
place does he predict they're going to finish this
the
year?
name of the show is Kyle Brust and Norman. Okay, just making sure.
What place do you think they're going to finish this year?
Kyle Brust and Norman need their hands held. That's what we should call the show.
Oh, wow.
Well, we work hard to create a fabric between us four.
Yeah.
And at a moment's notice, no Strofe.
Kyle Brust and Norman only talk about Strofe when he's out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's
You
good.
talked more about me in that 15 minutes than you talked about Brad the entire month he was gone.
Dang. That hurts.
Well, we did forget your birthday.
But we did forget your birthday, so we talked about that. But also, you let us know you're going to be going. We knew about your son coming very...
Trying to be
for
respectful.
And Strofe, Strofe hasn't told me he was gone yet.
Hey, Kyle, I'm going to be gone now.
Oh, wow. I found out...
I never told you?
No. Did he tell you?
No, I just knew from the Are You
I thought I
Smarter
told
Than?
you guys last week.
No.
Win big this October at Potawatomi. You can play the Bird Bash game show for $50,000 in cash. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Plus, your play also earns you a shot at $300,000 December season finale. It's a Bird Bash only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. For more information, Potawatomi.com/birdbash. The Packers are 4-1-1. ESPN Power Rankings don't respect the number one seed in the NFC right now. We'll discuss that next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I legitimately understand sugar.
Is it good, Brad?
It's unbelievable. It's so good. I'm changed. Not for the better.
Come on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Dealing with an accident on southbound 43 right at the ramp from Keith. The left shoulder is still blocked, so watch out for the backups coming into that area from Capitol Drive. More delays then south of that, heading into the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge, and then again from Beecher all the way to the KK River crossing. Southbound 41, we are still dealing with some pretty hefty delays from the county line down past Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive. And the northbound side slowing down from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy, windy, a low of 42. Tomorrow, a slight chance for showers, cloudy and windy with a high of 51. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's a Bird Bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' tastes. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
Hey everybody, this is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. You know, homelessness isn't just a number. It represents our neighbors and our community. At Guest House of Milwaukee, we've spent decades helping people find stability, housing, and hope. On Thursday, November 13th, we invite you to our gala, A Night of Hope and Dignity. It's a night to stand with those working to overcome homelessness and those who support them. Join us. Tickets are available at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org, and together we can change lives.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Adam chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. Anyone else notice the amount of Jesse Nelson and Alex Strofe lately? Gotta say, not a good look, Strophy.
That's a crazy bad accusation.
No, it's pretty accurate.
Pretty fair.
How is it remotely accurate?
Skipping your responsibilities to do stuff you wanted, the more fun stuff.
Work.
Yeah, but it was a choice. You could have.
Jesse Nelson takes a day off to walk his dog.
Okay, this is about you.
choice.
Let's make this about you for a second. Why did you think it was important to sit down with the worst coach in the Horizon League?
Because I sit down with all of them, equal opportunity basketball coaches.
Did you do Zooms last year?
I did Zooms last year. I'm doing in person this year.
Why couldn't
We're elevating the product.
Is there any way you could have coordinated this around, I don't know, a Packers game?
We attempted, but the Brewers lost game 3-4, so they were back home that Saturday.
So you have to get. Are these all dropping 1 week? Or are you dropping them?
Who's more important, Doug Gottlieb or Kyle Brust and Nortman?
I think everybody's important.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Are you a politician now?
No, I'm not going to sit here and say one human life is more important than another. I think everybody's equal. I think everybody's important.
We're 3 lives, though.
So this is like Sophie's Choice almost.
Yes.
Would
you rather save Doug Gottlieb or Kyle, Ben, and me?
Well, we know the answer is you guys.
No, we don't.
Well, 2 of you will be invited to my wedding.
Actions over
and
words.
Doug Gottlieb won't be.
Two of you. Oh, like this, all 3 of us are gonna lose sleep if we don't get the invite. Oh no, what will I do? Damn it, the party at the Sentry.
Oh yeah, the party at the Sentry at the hole in the wall.
It would be a good party.
Oh, it would be. It's gonna be the greatest. It's gonna be the greatest. I'm gonna be the MVP.
Oh yeah, the MVP
of my own wedding. I hope so.
Well, you're the MVP of mine, according to only one person, and that is you.
Yeah.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. We're on YouTube at ESP Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, the Packers are 4-1-1, and they sit atop the NFC if the season ended today. In the ESPN.com NFL Power Rankings, the Packers come in at number 8. More importantly, 5th in the NFC. Buccaneers, Lions, Eagles, and Rams are ahead of the Green Bay Packers. So, again, it is power rankings, but I think we all sort of feel like the Packers haven't played to their potential. Now, you don't need to play to your potential this early on. And I think I used the word complete game, and I think I want to take the word complete game out of it. They haven't played complementary football, I think is a better way to say it. Because before last week, it was, well, they gave up 20 points in the first half of games and only 80 in the second half of games. And the run game is working the 2 games with Josh Jacobs, and he was great in spots, obviously, with the calf injury, but they couldn't get it going consistently against the Cardinals game. Matt LaFleur's play calling, decision-making. We're having a lot of the same conversations just about different things, but it's a different thing each game that stands out. So I think it's fair to keep them in the mush of things, but they have the potential to be a top 5 team in the NFL. I just want to see a game where it's like, okay, you're feeding off of each other. The offense is getting you off to a good lead. The defense gets that takeaway in the key spot. And you make it so it's like you don't have to sweat. You've had to sweat in every single game except for the first 2 weeks. And we're kind of finding out the Commanders are kind of fraudulent, and Jaden Daniels keeps getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, what comes to mind for me is leave no doubt. Oftentimes, the Green Bay Packers come away with wins, and that's not easy in the NFL, so I have to applaud them for that. And they are objectively a very good football team. They might be great, and they might be a Super Bowl caliber team. They certainly have the ingredients for it. But too often, they don't leave games where like the fans and the players are feeling satisfied to where, hey, there is no doubt. And those games do happen. I mean, how many games do you have to watch each and every week? I mean, shoot, look at the Indianapolis Colts. How many games did they play where it's like they were the better team from start to finish? The game really didn't feel in doubt at all during the course of the game. And I'm still waiting on that for the Green Bay Packers. With the positive, the silver lining is you look at this and you say, you know what? They're 4-1-1. It's a good record, top of the NFC, and they still haven't reached their potential. That's the silver lining, and that's where you could say, this team certainly could be that Super Bowl team, and maybe the drought is over this year if everything coalesces at the right time. But you just look at it and say, when are they going to put together a complete game? Still waiting on it. They're going to have to focus on that more and more as the opponents get better and better.
Complete joke that the team that is the first-place team in the NFC is actually ranked number 5 by these folks who watch football. The Green Bay Packers have been, again, not consistent and haven't been able to put together four quarters of football, but there's no way in the world you can tell me that there's 4 teams in the NFC better than this football team, especially based off the inconsistent play I have seen throughout the season. They're top 10 in points scored. They're top 10 in yards per game. They're top 10 in passing yards. That is a football team that shows you that they have a lot going right for them, and wait till they get it going all together. So this is ridiculous. The Packers, definitely, it may not be the number 1 team in the NFC, but they're definitely top 3. This is a joke.
Well, it's not a joke, and that always hits, and that always delivers, and that's undefeated in the Nortman household, and that is Carbless. When I open up a can, I know what's inside that can. I can trust, and that's important as I seek guilt-free type of avenues when I want to kick back, relax, and enjoy. And Carbless nails it every single time. No carbs, no sugar, no gluten. Just 100 calories and the absolute perfect amount of carbonation. Something that you actually do need to taste to understand. It's not like these super flat other products or way over-carbonated. It is the perfect amount of carbonation that is unique to only Carbless. But not only that, the flavor. There is no level of flavor that I have experienced from Carbless that I don't walk away saying, oh my goodness, I can't wait for sip number 2, number 3, number 4, because it is that good. Clean, crisp, and crafted to win. That is Carbless. So as you're watching your sports, you're watching your green and gold or my alma mater, enjoy an ice cold Carbless. It's the perfect teammate as you're watching sports this fall.
Alex Strove's going to cut up some of his video with Doug Gottlieb to get that ready for all of you to watch his hard-hitting interview. No softball questions. Some of the best journalism you'll see in your lifetime. It's coming soon on the Coaches Show that Alex Strove is putting together. But we'll have Mark Tauscher, a real professional, next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And you're disrupting my flow.
No, your flow.
Dang nabbit.
Dang nabbit, I had a good flow.
Gee golly willikers.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
It's homecoming this weekend at UW Whitewater. Make plans to cheer on your Warhawks when they welcome in UW Platteville in a top 15 battle on Saturday at 1 p.m. The annual George Christ Memorial Bowl game features a pair of top 15 ranked teams. Get tickets now at uwwsports.com. Experience national championship level college football this Saturday when the Warhawks welcome in the Pioneers to Perkins Stadium. Kickoff at 1 p.m. For tickets to this rivalry game, go to uwwsports.com. Warhawk football powered by tradition.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Hey,
it's Jen Latta, and I just had my walk-in closet redesigned by Closets by Design. Doug and his team in Mequon were amazing, from the first consultation to the final install, and now I have a beautiful, organized space for all of my clothes. They really brought my vision to life. Locally owned with the backing of a trusted national brand, they deliver expert design with a personal touch. Get 40% off plus an extra 15% off, and take advantage of 18-month free financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN. And don't forget to tell him Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at WendorfTeam.firstweber.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not going to sit here and panic about it.
Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's not apples to apples. For you, it is.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Everybody doesn't grow and evolve at the same time.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Did you guys hang up on me, or am I hanging up on you?
On Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Love heading over to the Princeton Club, whether I'm in the Madison area or locally in the New Berlin Center. You just feel great the moment you walk in. Find your better tomorrow. No goal is too small or too big. Simply just get started today, because you can have a strong body, a strong mind, and a strong community. They're open 24/7. They provide everything you can imagine. Free childcare with the membership, clean health clubs, personal training, great equipment, top class, always upgrading the facilities so you have the best. Join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. The break screen is still Alex Strofe and Doug Gottlieb for those on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. The more Strofe, the better, am I right? You know? It is Strofe Day here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And joining us now on Strofe Day is Mark Tauscher, the Packer Hall of Famer. Listen to Tausch on Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. Old T?
Strofe Day. What's Strofe Day?
Strofe pulled a Jesse Nelson where he decided, whatever he had in his life was more important than Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. He drove to Green Bay to do a sit-down interview like it was a 30 for 30 with Doug Gottlieb in Green Bay.
A little 60 Minutes when we got Leslie Stahl over there producing your show.
Dude, it was Tom Rinaldi for a Fox 325 broadcast sitting down with Jordan Love, except it was
when
stuff.
When is that airing? I can't wait to hear that. Yeah. Who else did you do? It must have went more. You didn't just drive up there for Gottlieb, did you?
Well, just today for Gottlieb, but Gard, Lundy, and Shaka also on the docket next week.
Love it. That sounds fantastic. Can't wait. That'll be exciting.
Thanks, Tauscher.
Yeah, I
Why don't you go? How about Dick Bennett? Why don't you drive up to the central Wisconsin area and go get Dick Bennett too?
That's true. That would be a great ad for this. You're right. But Tausch, wouldn't you agree with me? It can't be referred to as pulling a Jesse Nelson if I'm working.
100% agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the difference. And it's not as if
it was Doug Gottlieb. You weren't working, dude. You didn't do anything other than just throw him softball questions.
He went home to wash his clothes.
Is he going to put this interview on our platforms?
Hell no. Strofe was just pandering to him. Is Gottlieb going to put it on our?
Why would Gottlieb put it on our platforms? Would you listen for once in your life? The question was, am I going to upload the interviews to ESPN Wisconsin?
Of course you are, but Gottlieb's not going to be like, thanks to Alex Stro for coming up to highlight me.
He actually already did.
Know? Hey, Gottlieb hasn't won a game in like 6 months. How many games did he win last year? Any press he's getting, he's probably super thankful.
He really is probably. Thanks, Strofe. You got to go to guys who only win 4 games.
Way to go, Strophy. But
what's their attendance per game?
It's been down.
Has it?
Sure.
Okay. I'm sure fans can't wait for this to drop on YouTube.
Will Ryan,
Benny,
actually, the lowest
I'll say this. Here's how I'd sum this up. I don't think it's fair to compare what he's doing here to Jesse taking a day off even after knowing that the Brewers played later because he was having his buddy come up, and then he was hanging out with his buddy till 2 p.m. before his buddy left to even go to the game. That was the one that was dumbfounding me. So I don't think it's fair to compare.
I would say Jesse Nelson taking a Wednesday off for 4 weeks to take care of a puppy dog is better than Strofe wasting his time driving to Green Bay for an interview with Doug Gottlieb.
Interesting. It's a real dilemma, and I can understand both points.
I have one follow-up. So Ben was ragging on me the first segment. I was still in the car, so I heard it. And these two buffoons didn't say anything as Ben, casually dropped, I've known Doug forever. He wished me a happy birthday. And then he just kept moving on. And here you are ragging on Gottlieb the last 10 minutes.
Dude, Gottlieb understands. He's had producers before that probably didn't do their job for him. He gets it.
Is he still? He's not still doing the radio.
He
show.
still
is.
Still doing radio.
That's an amazing deal. That's amazing.
Word.
Kudos to Doug.
Kudos to Doug. They're losing. What do you mean? He's failing.
I'm
the
sure
kid.
both are struggling.
He's double dipping.
Yeah, and the kid.
So is Strofe, just not getting paid as much.
I mean, nobody's really winning. Nobody's really winning on it, but he's double dipping.
Is anybody really winning on a Doug Gottlieb interview and missing Kyle, Brust, and Ortman? I guess the fans are winning today.
It sounds as if Strofe feels like he won.
Yeah, a lot of promotion for Coaches Week coming your way week of November 3rd.
Dude, this Gottlieb thing, if it doesn't do numbies, then we're not sending you next year.
I don't think that's up to you.
Anyway,
watch.
Hey, Strofe, can you us Gottlieb number? I want to send Jesse up to do the same thing. See, and then we can compare.
Jesse would do a much better job.
See how that goes.
I don't know. Jesse doesn't push back at all on Barry Alvarez, so I don't know how he'd do with Doug Gottlieb.
And you would, Strofe? You would be like Derek Engler, the parrot. Oh, Barry, great point.
To those guys? But you guys talked about his audio from earlier before I was here. This is the dude who hired and then showed the door to Gary Anderson after 2 years.
Now you're recycling our content that we talked about.
You let Big Cat do it and you didn't complain about it.
Got it. All right. Old T, thank you for jumping in here. As I know this is what you go through, weekly on Wilde and Tausch. Who's sponsoring Coaches Week, by the way? Do we got a good partner on that one?
I hope we got a partner. The mileage and going up,
traveling. Be a partner.
It's just an expense. Okay. Got it.
Wait a minute. I know y'all didn't both go up there and travel across the state of Wisconsin and not have a partner, one of our wonderful partners.
It got really quiet all of a sudden. Interesting. All right. Nobody knew that you were doing this. You didn't tell the sales team, hey, can you sponsor this?
We had a meeting about it 3 weeks ago. You were in it.
Well, it was so interesting to hear that Doug Gottlieb was being interviewed. I passed. Old T, the Packers are 4-1-1. If the season ended today, they would be the number 1 seed in the NFC. A lot of what I'm seeing on the Carbless Talking text line is they haven't looked anything like the top team in the NFC despite what their record says. There's the old adage, your record is what it says it is. How do you make of all this?
Well, I first off, I want someone to explain, how would the season end today? What would there'd have to be something catastrophic, right? And then
Strofe going to Green Bay to interview Gottlieb.
Or this team, I think when you look at this team at its best, it's you could make a really good argument it's the best team in the league. When you saw that Detroit game and how we played, I think you looked at it and thought, oh boy. And then Washington and, obviously Washington maybe isn't what we thought they might be, but it's an inconsistent football team that has found ways to win, and they should be applauded for that. But this is October. And I think one of the things I've learned, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, is NFL teams, yeah, they want to win in October and in September, but they understand that with the preseason being more limited and guys not playing much, there is going to be more room for growth and more, I guess, just maybe not as clean a football as you would hope this early in the year. So if you can win games while getting better, I think you feel good about it. But I think at their best, I think there's some teams that would be right with Green Bay, and I think Detroit would be there. But the thing I got a little irritated with about today is we did that power rankings deal, and we beat Detroit. Our record's better than Detroit, and I have a hard time. Yeah, they beat Tampa last night. I watched that game. Their offense had all kinds of mistakes. It's not as if they're, flowing too. So everybody makes mistakes. I think it comes down to right now, I think in the NFC there's a deeper pool than what there is in the AFC, and if Green Bay plays its best and gets better, they'll be right where they want to be at the end of the season.
Tausch, very, very briefly, biggest problem with Wisconsin football?
Oh, man. I mean, there's obviously, you could look at consistency in any type of big play. We just can't. We have no generation of big play, and offensively, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that we can't score points. And if you want to look at it from is it the offensive line? Is it the running game? The quarterback position, obviously having Billy get hurt and not be able to play, and you throw a couple of guys in there that just aren't ready to roll against the big-time teams. There is a lot of time. There's a lot of things that you could look at and say there's a lot of issues within this. And I think offensively, you can kind of find a myriad of things that need to get a lot better.
Well, Tausch, we have a heart out here. We'll talk to you soon. You got Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. Tausch. We're up in 2 minutes at 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound on 43, still dealing with an accident at about Keefe. Now, this is just a vehicle left over really on the left shoulder, but you do want to be extra careful heading through there. We've got backups from just before Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and down to the KK River crossing. On the northbound side, backing up out of the Marquette all the way up to about Keefe, so just be careful with that. And then we've also got backups on the bypass heading westbound from about 27th Street and in pockets all the way out to about 68th, so just be extra careful through there as well. Traffic is brought to you by Dick & Shroff Heating and Cooling, now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Join a winning positive team culture that sets them apart. Apply today at dickandshroff.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy, windy, a low of 42. Tomorrow, a slight chance for showers, cloudy and windy, a high of 51. Get ready for boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on serene Delavan Lake. Make the most of the season at Lake Lawn Resort. Book your adventure today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Memories made at a Milwaukee Bucks game last a lifetime. And this season, you can experience the unbelievable action your way. With a partial season ticket plan, you get to choose the games that work for your schedule, your budget, and your crew. Feel the intensity of the NBA's biggest matchups, the thrill of buzzer beaters, and the energy that brings the crowd to its feet. Be part of the moments that make Bucks basketball special. Find the plan that works for you at bucks.com/partial.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown.
I'm having an internal debate because every time I bring something up about Alex Strofe, it's just bringing more attention to the Doug Gottlieb interview that Strofe Day happened today, where he just took off KBN to drive to Green Bay to tell all of his friends and family that he got to interview the head coach of UW Green Bay so they can all pat him on the back and say, we're so proud of you, buddy.
Now he's grabbing a mic.
I'm just going to throw out there, this won't be the only Strofe Day because of Coaches Week.
Oh, wow.
I can still work, though, on the show in Madison.
Oh, but
So that's not
You
doing
can't
anything.
produce from Madison.
So you're going to be on the board.
Yeah, hopefully you're on the board producing the show. That's the only way that I'll allow it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we learn more and more. How come you didn't schedule on a Monday or Wednesday or Friday?
I didn't. That's not the case. Shaka's next Friday?
What time?
I have to look.
Does it disrupt
Mid-morning?
Mr. Irrelevant?
No.
Of course it doesn't.
I don't determine when these coaches are available.
You can tell them I am not free Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 5.
I did say that. I did the interview at noon.
When I'm traveling to Green Bay, I need to be back by blank.
I don't think they're going to read the email and go, okay, I'm going to think about his travel schedule.
It's Doug Gottlieb, man. He can make time. They stink. Jesse Nelson chimes in, the producer of Wilde and Tausch. I'd like to see how that little weasel Strofe, wow, would handle these Barry Alvarez shows this year. I'm sure he'd push back just as hard as those tough questions he asked to Gottlieb about winning 2 games last year. Oh, wow.
He won 4 games last year.
2 conference. He called you a weasel, bro.
A little weasel, actually, to be specific.
What an insult.
I mean,
little weasel.
Scrawny weasel.
I mean, of all people who should call other people little weasels, I mean.
That's what makes it great.
I know.
That's great self-awareness.
It's so good.
Little weasel calling someone else a little weasel.
That's
It's a little
crazy.
weasel off.
It's a little weasel off.
A weasel is
I
quite
don't even know
an
how to
animal
defend
name for
myself.
someone. That is such a great name.
John in Milwaukee, yes, I see what you want to talk about, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say on the Carbless Talking text line.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, John.
Good.
I'm not doing too bad. I just want to point out how much you guys piss and moan about Stropey doing his actual job. You guys have a great day. I got to run.
Well, no, John. Why do you?
All right, go ahead.
Do you have a job where you have responsibilities you have to do every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Strofe wasn't doing his responsibilities today, so I am going to complain about the producer who has a job. It's more important than interviewing Doug freaking Gottlieb.
Okay, you played basketball. You understand the concept of help defense, right? You guys are playing help defense while the guy's doing another part of his job.
That's not
Give him a
part
break,
of his
man.
job.
Go to
There's
his
no
ring.
revenue being made on this. We need money.
That you know of. What if he's getting paid on the table? Good for Stropey.
Make him under the table. What an accusation.
That's a crazy
Stropey.
That's
Wanna come
wild.
clean?
Well, no, I can't come clean.
Let's go to Diana and McGuanago. There's nothing to come clean about when there's nothing under the table. Go ahead, Dirty D.
I got a question for you. Why does it bother you, Ben, so much on what Strofe does?
Because he has a job to do.
You.
We're losing accountability in America. This is Gen Z deciding their schedule and doing whatever they want to do under the roles and responsibilities that he has. You are supposed to produce this show.
Do you think
Were you here to produce this show today, yes or no?
It is.
Were you here on time?
It is 4:04.
Were you here on time?
No, but.
Oh, no! Yeah, because I had to sit down with Doug Gottlieb because it's going to be a great YouTube special.
The Doug Gottlieb part of this is just so funny.
Wait, is Green Bay 2.5 hours? Oh, the interview started at 12. Got it. Why didn't you finish it at 12:30? Yeah.
Too long!
Like 37 minutes longer than I would have liked.
Oh, wow.
Should have cut that off.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the stones to.
Well, no.
He's trying to be like, Doug, I came here for you, man.
Why do you make it sound like a weird love story? It's very strange.
Because it is.
Very strange.
It is. You drove to Green Bay to be like.
Do you think I just decided on a whim? You know, today's going to be the day I'm not here.
Yes.
You think
yes, absolutely. With that money under the table that you got for today.
When were you told that?
Yesterday he came to my desk like a puppy dog.
Why'd you come to my desk like a puppy dog? You come to my desk anyways, bothering me all damn day.
I said to Ben, just to remind you, tomorrow's the day I'm gone. So it was not the first time I mentioned it to him. Second off, I didn't just go, like, it's not like I'm just like, hey, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go interview Doug Gottlieb. I woke up this morning and said, you know what? Today's the day. I'm doing it just to spite Ben so he can make fun of me for all day. You have complained for 2 hours. You owe it to KBN Nation to do your damn radio show.
I am.
Instead of sitting there and
I would rather.
about me doing my job.
You're not doing your job.
I am
You're
doing my
hurting
job.
the show, which makes it.
The name of the show is Kyle Brust.
What is your
Norman.
responsibility?
The name
Pull
of
up
the
your
show.
job description.
Yes, the
Pull
name
up your
of the
job
show
description.
Is not Ben complains. And
Pull up your
yells
job
for hours.
description.
Brad, this is what was happening when you
Pull
were
up your
gone.
job description.
wow.
Read it. Read it.
Prayers to Kyle
Read
Wallace.
it. Read your primary roles and responsibilities.
I don't just have that available right now. Give me a second.
It's in ADP, and I'm sure it's going to say, make sure that you miss the show to go interview someone who won 4 games in the Horizon League who no one cares about.
I will say, I got an email last night, 5:50 from Alex Strofe, just saying, are you smarter than Ben Brust? Questions and answers for tomorrow in case I'm not back from Green Bay in time. I thought to myself, he's going to interview LaFleur or be a part of, like, the Green Bay Packer.
Sorry to let you down.
It's a big week. He wants to be a part of this Rodgers. I was like, I respect that. And then I heard
Rodgers
pre-show,
week turns into Gottlieb week.
That's what took me for a tizzy.
Jonathan Brust, I believe, on Badger football.
I mean, I got to get past Strofe somehow. Hey, Strofe, I coach 5th grade boys basketball for my kids at their school. Can you set up some time to come interview me?
Yeah, you'd be a great addition to Coach's Week.
Yeah, honestly.
That would be an entertaining interview.
You name it. Name any coach in high school sports. I could find 10 more compelling stories by Googling best high school coaches, and that would be better than wasting time to drive to Green Bay.
Isn't that true? Bill Young from Catholic Memorial's on his way to.
Isn't there a great high school coach in Green Bay? Like a women's or men's coach that I think is really well. Or maybe I'm just thinking that, you should have done a women's Green Bay basketball interview.
Yeah,
they actually have a program that's good.
Program's very
Why didn't you
good.
do the women's program? You
That'd have
wait a minute.
been better.
Wait, what is this called? It's called what? What's the week called?
Coach's Week.
Coach's Week. And you chose to interview the coach of the team that sucks versus the team that's actually good for UW Green Bay.
I thought you were all about equality.
Hell no, he not. Not when it comes down to it. That would have got you more views than this. Yeah, Strofe, answer that question.
He's too busy looking at his job description, trying to find loopholes to
Strofe,
add
answer
some
that
more
question.
crap to the air.
Why'd you show love to the women's basketball team?
Because the series is, I don't know.
I thought you were all about equality.
Yeah, what's
they're
the
a better
series called?
program.
Yeah, the series is called Coaches Week, not Men's Coaches Week.
Kyle, you're right. Maybe that's what we add next year. Maybe we continue to expand.
2
this
more
thing.
Strofe days. Let's go to Josh and Kenosha. You're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hi, guys. It sounds like Ben just really missed Strofe. Maybe I'm reading that wrong.
No, what I'd like to do is give him a swirly in the toilet's out of order with a bunch of poop sitting in it.
Oh, wow.
That was just unnecessary.
This is going too far.
What is wrong with him today? He thinks he's like pulling off this tough guy act. I don't know what he's doing.
God, I would love to give you a swirly.
You're not.
How many swirlies did you get growing
First
up?
off, you're not
How many
capable.
have you given?
I'm not capable.
No, you're not capable.
Dude, String Bean, take
Prove
it easy.
me wrong.
Okay, wait a minute.
Now you're going too far.
Now, when it happens, I can't defend you because you asked him to do it. You egged him on.
I mean, I could come over there and tie his hands behind his back and pick up his legs and shake him so his pennies come out of his
Change
jeans.
out of the pocket like a cartoon character.
Yeah, poor Strofe.
Ron and the Key, go ahead. Half Strofe's back. That's the wrong side of history.
All right, Ben. You're kind of being a hypocrite here, and some of us have been listeners long enough. You used to leave the show for golf and men's league repeatedly, and it had your name on it.
That is correct, and I will forever have to have been berated by Greg Scalzo for the next.
Right
no,
now.
no,
You have him,
for
you
the
have him
next 5
slaying.
years. Okay, okay, Mister,
Eyes
who's
look at the
sponsoring
ceiling.
Coaches Week, and then I stutter and I stutter and I think and I think and I think. Yeah, I did. I was a dumb idiot, and I have the ability to say I'm a dumb idiot. Strofe is going to die on this hill that it was a great decision to interview the head coach of UW Green Bay and miss the show.
When did I say that? When did I say it was a great decision?
Oh, time out. No, wait a minute.
we
No, wait a
go.
minute. Well, no.
I think you like it.
You better stand on business. It had to be a great decision because you went through with it. That was a choice.
It was a choice.
Doug didn't call you say, hey, Alex, I got this great interview I want to do with you. You called him up.
I think that's how that works, yeah.
What do you mean that's how it works? People call all the time and say, I want to do an interview with you.
Okay.
No, so I'm just saying, you're acting like you had a choice. Yeah, you had a choice. You didn't have a choice. You had a choice. This is you. You decided to do this. You left the show.
Yeah, but he just said I thought it was the greatest idea of all time. No, I'm executing on part of my job
No,
responsibility.
you're not, because you left out some coaches. Stro.
And
I'm done with you, Stro.
Ben's over there saying, "Oh, nobody sold it. There's no sponsor on it." Job responsibilities. Check the mirror, pal.
Yeah, I hit my budget, and I wasn't thinking about celebrating Coaches Week with someone who's going to miss the show.
I didn't miss the show.
You did. You showed up.
I am right here.
All right. We've reached the point of defensive Gen Z Strofe that is turning red and actually getting mad. So now we got to move on.
I knew he
tears
was
are
gonna be on
coming.
10. Yeah,
the tears are
the
coming.
tears are coming. He's all red in the face. Look what you did now. Now we all go.
Now the last part of the show, the 45 minutes, is going to be making Strofe feel better.
You know what's not fair? Brad and I haven't had a chance to be dumb idiots and leave the show during the show to go do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple flights I wanted to take that I didn't come to the show. I had to take a full vacation day.
Who's the dummy now? You guys. Now I'd like for Brad to tell us about all the things he can fix in his home.
Oh, that's right. You know the estate, it's got to be fixed in so many different ways, but juggling all the contractors, it just ends up being too much. That's why I work with Lifetime Home Services. Lifetime Home Services is the company that is able to focus on whatever it is you got going on inside your home, and they specialize in air quality and radon treatment, AC, HVAC. But not only that, Baby Will, they're redoing his entire closet. It needs to be done. Not only that, I'm looking forward to epoxy floors on the old Nortman Estate garage. There are so many things, whether it's a repair or an upgrade that you need within your house. Lifetime Home Services can handle it. Their menu is off the charts. They can do so much. So don't wait. No matter what it is, you can give them a call and they will have the ability to help you out. Big or small, repair or a little renovation, Lifetime Home Services will be able to help you out. I can't wait to see that closet for baby Nortman transform before our very eyes and have a little epoxy floor for the winter. Give them a call today at 262-302-3725 or visit lifetimehomeservices.com for trusted results and lifetime solutions.
I now have to go in the producer's booth in the break and make sure Alex Strofe is okay, as he's got the red face, the teary eyes, and he's upset. So now I have to go apologize for him skipping the show today. It's all my fault for him making a bad decision next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Gabe, also, did you call us idiots?
Yeah, it's exactly what I called you. Yes.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Some good news. Southbound 43, that accident at Keith has finally been cleared. The bad news is the delays are still sticking around from just before Capitol Drive, pretty much solid all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River. Northbound, we are seeing delays coming up from about the high-rise bridge through the Marquette up past North Avenue. Southbound on 41, slowing from the county line all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. And delays on the bypass heading southbound right out of the zoo interchange all the way down to the Hale. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy and windy, a low of 42. Tomorrow, slight chance for showers, cloudy and windy with a high of 51. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
You can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
if you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
Come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
Milwaukee College Prep, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dream. Join me, Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 23rd at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education is accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee. Enjoy food, drinks, and a chance to learn more. Purchase tickets at 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com. That's 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe, and I have made up. We gave a nice big hug. Why aren't you hitting the ding, ding, ding button? I'm so confused. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. The Packers are 4-1-1. The Badgers are a disaster. The Brewer season is come and gone. But I want to focus on the good. And the good is, despite the fact that in the ESPN.com NFL Power Rankings, the Packers are 8th, 5th in the NFC. There is a certain teammate that I think continues to call out what he believes their performance is lacking and how they have more in them. At least that's the vibe I get from the all-pro safety, Xavier McKinney.
To be honest, in my opinion, I don't think really, it should even come down to the fourth quarter. I think we have a better team, and I don't think we played really up to our standard as much. But like I said, we'll get back to the film room and try to find ways to be better. But we for damn sure can't do this against good teams because it's not going to work. So I think the guys know that. And, we're happy about the win, but we got to be a lot better.
Brad, I love the messaging, but I feel like it's something we've continued to hear from Xavier McKinney after games and talk about, like, execution.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, this is after a win on the road. And most times when that happens in an NFL locker room, the media swarm the players by their locker. It's not easy to say these words. It's really easy to say, hey, our team found a way. I'm proud of our guys. It's not easy to get a win in the NFL. We're excited for next week. He didn't say that. This is why Packer fans should be so happy that Xavier McKinney is one of the vocal leaders of this team, because he doesn't say what's easy. He doesn't say what's comfortable. To say this isn't up to our standard and we, to use his words, for damn sure can't do this against good teams, Xavier McKinney makes sure that this team stays focused on a Super Bowl standard, that not just squeaking by and getting wins against the Cardinals or the Bengals, which indeed deserves some applause because you're getting wins in the NFL. It's not easy. The easy answer is, I'm happy we got the win. The hard answer, the right answer is what McKinney said, that you can't do these against good teams, and this is why he is a great leader for this team, to keep them not resting on their laurels. And in fact, I agree with him. This team is really good. You only say this if the team has a lot of talent. If the team doesn't have a lot of talent, then you celebrate victories. You say, hey, we got one. But if the team is full of talent and they haven't hit their potential, calling this out, it should be something that Packer fans are applauding today.
Yeah, this is what a leader does, right? When you have a leader of a football team that can back it up with his play on the field, how talented he is, that gives him the power in the locker room to talk about, hey, after a victory, I'm not satisfied with that. He understands the potential that this team has. We've seen enough of the NFL this year to know that the Green Bay Packers are good enough to win a Super Bowl this year. Yes, they are good enough based off talent and based off what we've seen through the first 7 weeks to win a Super Bowl based off how everybody else around them is performing. And the great thing about that is there's so much more room for them to be able to grow. If I am Xavier McKinney, I'm looking at the fact that Jacoby Brissett, a backup quarterback, though he is a solid quarterback, but he is a career backup for the most part, went for almost 300 yards against you, right? He was able to find he was able to find an end zone a couple times throwing that football on you. That should be disappointing. That was not a good enough performance, because if you can't find a way to stop Trey McBride and allow him for him to be open on plays that he shouldn't be open in, especially when he's the number one receiving threat that they have, that is a problem. So when he looks at the evaluation of this defense, he understands they did not have a good enough performance that will put them in the place to win a championship. So he should stay hungry. He should stay looking for this team to get better, because at the end of the day, when your team has a chance to do something that very few teams have an opportunity to do, the Green Bay Packers have a legitimate shot. You have to hold everybody to a high standard and high accountability. So he should walk away with these games when you allow a quarterback to throw for 280 yards, when you allow the best one of the best
for 280.
280, yes. When you allow for a tight end like Trey McBride, who you are looking at to be open, that wide open, you should be disappointed. Perfection should be the goal, and that's exactly what he's aiming for. So I'm glad when I hear a guy saying that, because when he speaks, everybody else listens, and he needs to hold the line very, very high for this team, because there's very few people that I think in that locker room, to be honest, because that's one thing this team is missing. They're missing that, right? That jerk, that guy to be like, hey, you know what? It's time to get it right. We that dog. We feel like Matt LaFleur don't have that much of a dog in him, right? He's not holding these guys extremely accountable. So you need guys like Xavier McKinney to say, I don't know why y'all so damn happy. We only won by 4 and we barely won this game.
I think when I think, can you hit the record scratch?
Oh my God, he mad at you.
Oh my God, Alex Strofe is. How much money would I have to give you for you to give me your phone? Oh, now you want to hit it. Now you want to hit it. For you to give me your phone so I can see all the text messages you rifled off about how Ben's a bleep. And
how much money would it take?
Yeah,
$20.
Oh wow, that's nothing. I mean, it's worth it. That's worth the info.
You think it's worth the info?
I mean,
20 minutes or $20 for how long? How long does he get the phone for?
As long as he doesn't send anything, as long as he wants it.
Wow, that's some access.
See,
right
to me is he actually didn't.
I've sent out 0 texts.
That's what I'm saying. The price would have been higher, and I would have saw his face if he actually said something.
That would mean you actually bother me.
Wow. No, I'm going to be honest. Strofe was bothered earlier today driving in.
When?
Oh, when you were texting, when y'all created,
I actually believe there's a video of me hysterically laughing at you guys. I thought it was very funny.
This little text group that was created.
Was your pulse high when you tried calling in the first segment?
No, my pulse. I was actually more irritated that she didn't answer. But then, as I mentioned, I hung up when it stopped ringing, and the very first thing I heard was Ben say, "Yeah, don't answer it. It's just Stro." So then I went, okay. I guess I'll just defend myself when I get here.
How nervous did you get when Greg Scalzo, or do you not know Greg Scalzo?
So I heard that when I pulled into the parking garage, so I sprinted down here. And then when I got outside the studio, I saw your guys' headphones weren't on, so I figured he was gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to say something.
Strofe sprinted. I'm sure he moved really fast.
I don't know why I said sprint.
Is that why
I walked fast?
Is that why Matty Hayes 24 is still here? Are you all scared to go upstairs to go see Greg Scalzo? He's not very happy.
He's not upset.
Okay.
He knew this was happening.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
We heard different in the break.
He said you were here at 3:10, and you weren't here at 3:10.
I texted you, and you...
at 3:14. Not at 3:10, at 3:14. That's 4 minutes after the deadline.
I said I'm sitting in traffic. Texting and driving is illegal, Kyle.
Well, you got a whole friend with you right there who had no problem texting a little group chat.
A whole friend.
Yell at her, not me.
Not a half a friend, a whole friend.
I texted you when I came to a standstill in traffic and said, sorry, traffic, I'll be here in 5 minutes.
You text after you hear Greg Scalzo's voice. Stop playing.
No, that's incorrect.
I'm with Kyle here. Dave from Aaron chimes in. Oh, here he goes. He's yelling again.
He definitely was.
You guys just love making stuff up.
He was on at 3:14.
I love McKinney, but he needs to go to Nate Hobbs and tell him to do his job or find someone else to do it.
Well, so that's the thing about McKinney speaking out is that it was his unit that was probably the worst performing unit of the game, not necessarily the safeties, but the cornerbacks, and he's sort of the spearhead of the secondary. So I'm sure not only does he think we can do better, but he probably thinks from like a nucleus of a secondary, like, hey, we got to do better because you can't have Jacoby Brissett lighten you up in the secondary, especially when Micah Parsons is giving you 10 pressures.
You know what's interesting when you think about it? The Green Bay Packers have faced 3 backup quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, Jacoby Brissett.
Joe
Flacco
was the starter in Cleveland. What?
Guys,
he was the starter. Look at what he did last week against the Steelers.
Should they be concerned about Aaron Rodgers?
Yes. Of course they should be.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers played well. I mean,
he's playing really well.
Yeah, but
he's not mobile.
He's also
Bryce Young just got hurt as well. They play the Panthers after the Steelers. The Red Rifle game.
They should be
Bryce
afraid
Young
of
got
Aaron
hurt?
Rodgers.
Oh, Brad doesn't even know about his former teams anymore.
Brad,
I'm so focused on serving KBN Nation.
Brad, I'm right there with you. News
Good
to
fella.
me. How long is he out for? I knew
4 weeks. Brad up to Gottlieb.
I knew Daniels got hurt, but I didn't know Bryce got hurt.
Andy Dalton.
Was that a teammate of yours or no?
No, well, I played against him at TCU, but he was at the broadcasting boot camp.
Oh, my gosh.
And I was able to chat with him a little bit. He's a
still
great
in
guy. I want to hate
The broadcasting boot camp.
That was like 2 years ago. He's still in
That's
the
what I
NFL.
was at today.
Yeah.
Broadcasting boot camp.
Strofe and Brad, you know.
I want to dislike him because TCU,
I
but
dislike him.
I can't. He's a good guy.
I can't. I couldn't believe y'all lost to TCU.
Yeah, you and me both. Rough.
I love when Kyle tries to take the moments in our careers, or even like when he's talking about with the teams that we're following right now. He'll act as if the loss hurt him more than it hurt the player.
No, you guys get. Brad says you get over it.
It scars.
You
in a
never,
certain way,
you
but-
never get it.
Brad said you got to keep moving on. He said that.
When did
about
I say that?
You said with losses you got to keep moving on to the next week. The next game. You told me why you guys don't take losses so hard.
That's the competitor, but not championships.
When did I say that?
Because there's no
other
next
game. Yeah.
I mean, but I heard you say you guys don't take games. So you still upset about the Super Bowl?
You said you choked against Oregon. You choked against TCU. You're making it seem like he doesn't know that they did that.
Yeah, it's painful, Kyle.
I was at that game. I never forget Nick Toon laying on the ground.
Look at him. You think Brad?
You know what I'm talking about.
Of course he knows where your team played.
I
Nick
was there.
Toon laying on the ground. I was there too. I just in the stands. Get up! What are you doing, Nick Toon? Not now! Not now! I'm telling you, it's hurt.
It hurt. Remember, sports losses hurt Kyle more than the players that are playing in the games themselves.
I hear him on that.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate.
I guarantee I'm more shook up than Aaron Rodgers about the 2014 NFC Championship game.
You guys just don't know how to cope with it. Athletes have
That's
figured
an
out how to
accurate
cope.
statement. Yeah, I agree.
Powerful.
I fully agree with that. Yeah.
How did you cope with these losses?
I don't know. you just find a way to move on with your life.
I mean, I didn't cope well after we lost to Kentucky in the 2014 Final Four. I was in shock, I'd say, for a week. Then I went out pretty
then you went
hard.
to Lithuania.
And I punched the glass window in my room and just shattered it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't do all that. I was
Did you
very
hurt yourself?
disappointed, though.
I did. A little blood, but I was fine.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
You're a strange guy.
Aaron Harrison, huh?
Maybe break some glass.
Huh.
Is that why you like that song, Walking on Broken Glass?
No
think there's a
connection to
correlation
that.
there.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to walk on the glass that I broke. It was the winter, so it was a little chilly in my room for a while.
Tough call.
It was a tough call, but what's not a tough call is when Kyle tells you where to bank.
Oh, I'm telling y'all this right now. If you're looking for a new banking home, I have the solution for you. If you're thinking about buying a new home, guess what? Buying a home is one of the biggest moves you'll ever make. And I'm telling you, if you're making a move like that, I got the place that you should go work with. It is Citizens Bank. Simply go to citizensbank.wi.bank, and they can help you through the whole process. I understand when you make that phone call, trying to figure out what the interest rates are, trying to figure out what mortgage is best for you, they can walk you through that entire process, thinking about how much the down payment is. I understand how stressful it is, but it is good to know when you have Citizens Bank, they are able to work with you every step of the way and make it so less stressful and also no surprises. So if you're thinking about potentially buying your first home or potentially upgrading your home as interest rates go down, work with Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank, WI.Bank. Visit them today. Find out about everything they have, whether you're buying, refinancing, or you're just dreaming a little bit bigger. Visit Citizens Bank, WI.Bank, because Citizens Bank, that is banking where you belong, and they are an equal housing lender.
The only way the Giannis continues to be a Milwaukee Buck is if they win, and they win a lot early, and they give him no doubt. Because this is the first time I've ever gone into a season where it just feels worse than it ever has from a long-term perspective. So please start winning, and make sure that you check out the Analysis Show, because Chris Middleton and Giannis are on the Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis tonight. So go to YouTube for Thanalysis, Spotify for Thanalysis, follow it on socials for Thanalysis Show. We'll link to all the ways that you can watch, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and McDonald's. That's huge. Chris Middleton and Giannis with TA as Chris Middleton makes his return back to Milwaukee. Yeah, maybe we put Strofe on the spot here and see if he prepared a Wheel of Strofe next. Sure, it's going to be great.
It's going to be the best one ever.
This is Kyle Brust in Northman.
He now is off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against
what else are
TCU.
we?
You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. You choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, hitting the brakes right about at the county line, all the way down to Capitol Drive and beyond, actually down past Burleigh. On the northbound side, backing up from Mayfair Road all the way up to about Hampton. Southbound 43's also got some backups from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing, with the northbound side slowing down out of the Marquette all the way up and around the North Avenue curve. Westbound 94, heavy ride there from 20th Street all the way to about almost 68th Street, and then more delays out of the Zoo Interchange to the county line. Eastbound slowing down from Highway 100 into the Zoo Interchange, and then from about 84th Street to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco. And checking the TMJ for Storm Team forecast tonight. Showers likely, cloudy and windy, a low of 42. Tomorrow, a slight chance for showers, cloudy and windy, a high of 51. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game.
Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
At Ewald Automotive, we make it easier than ever to get you into America's best-selling trucks and SUV during Ewald Truck and SUV Month. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC, Jeep, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Ewald is your one-stop shop for trucks and SUV. All makes, models, and sizes. Choose 0 down, 0 payments till 2026, or 0% financing. All with our low price guarantee. All in one place. Ewald Truck and SUV Month going on now.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
On select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
KBN Nation, I'm telling you this right now. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I'm telling you, work with Universal Windows Direct. Every time I walk around my house, it's funny, y'all think I'm playing. Every time I walk around my house, I tell you, I go into my closet. I lift my window up and down because I love looking at it. But the most thing I love about my window is the fact that it actually does keep my house warm. I remember looking at my windows before we moved into the house. I said, these windows are old, they're outdated. And I'll be honest, one of my windows actually broke. It fell. I said, oh, I got to get my Universal Windows Direct. And it is the best decision that I made. And working with Universal Windows Direct, I was able to get their buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no limit. So right now, not only can you get the buy 2 windows and get 2 free with no limit, you can also enjoy 0% financing for 3 whole years. Plus, I didn't get this, but you guys can. You can get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. So don't wait. There's no hassle. There's no stress. Just call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000 or visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your completely free in-home estimate. But I promise you, when you get done listening to them, you'll be walking around saying, I love my windows.
I kind of felt like we would get here, and I've seen it throughout the day as we talk about the Green Bay Packers and try and put the first hour of the Badgers behind us. If you missed any of our show, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, download the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's all there for you, or go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Nick in the 608 chimes in. Jacoby lit up the Colts the week before us. Flacco lit up the Steelers the week after us. Relax, fellas. Kevin then chimes in. Sorry, Kyle. Packers are too inconsistent from all 3 phases. They do not have the ability to get up on a team and put their foot on the throat. This is not a Super Bowl team. Kevin.
Yeah, see, people don't watch all the teams, though. Do they watch other teams?
Well,
I hear you.
The Colts are the Colts are the most consistent team in the NFL. It's not even close.
Okay, I get you. But I think there is still a point of their record is 4-1-1. They are the number 1 seed. They're a good team, but they haven't been a great team. Like, you could admit how they've played has not been as impressive as you would hope when you look at tying the Cowboys, Browns, Bengals, Cardinals.
Who in the NFC has been extremely impressive?
Again, I'm not.
Again, that's what they're up against. They're against other teams that have been inconsistent. That's why some people were texting saying, yeah.
Again, I would rather be talking about the Packers than just comparing them to other teams.
Dude,
and this is the easier part of their schedule, too. Right?
This is.
I mean, Browns, Bengals, Cardinals.
They played the Lions. They played the Washington Commanders early in the season when they had their top receivers. Okay, they had their top tight end.
As you know, things change. Just like
quarterback healthy.
Just like when you play teams later in the season that you think are going to be good that aren't. Like, part of this changes, but right now, the way it's turned out is you are 2-1-1 since those first 2 games, and you haven't looked as good of a team overall. Your record is still great. You're in a spot where you can still take advantage of it, but it's okay to admit that there are things that if Xavier McKinney's calling out the way they're playing won't be good enough against good teams, then it warrants a discussion about the performance on the field.
How many more good teams do they face that you guys think are legitimate?
It's not even about now. It's about the playoffs.
Okay, great with the playoffs, but you're going to play the Eagles, and you already played the Lions, a playoff team. You're going to play the Eagles. We're going to see how we match up against them.
Other than that,
who else on the schedule
who have they played that is a playoff team?
I mean, who else hell, when you look at these other teams, the Lions just beat the Buccaneers, but the Green Bay Packers, the two teams that were playoff teams last year that they played, they mollywopped them. So, I mean, what are we complaining about?
Last year. Just talk about the Lions if you're going to do that.
Sure,
if you're going to do that, say the Lions, because this year the Commanders are not that.
But the Commanders were undefeated when they played us. The Commanders were healthy.
After one game?
But the Commanders were still healthy after that.
I get it, Kyle.
They got hurt. They lost their quarterback after that game.
I don't know why you can't admit that the Packers have not had flaws in their games right now.
I'm not saying that they haven't.
Then talk about those.
I'm saying
you're scared to talk about any negative about your team. Say something.
I've talked about the fact
what have you said other than Nate Hobbs?
We've talked. Well, Nate Hobbs in the past defense has been very inconsistent. I feel like the offensive line is starting to come around for the Green Bay Packers.
Starting to come around. That's not a negative.
No.
Like you turn everything into it's starting to come around.
Special teams hasn't been a problem the last 2 weeks. What do you want me to do? Sit here and harp on something from 2 weeks ago that was a problem? Special teams helped win us the game on Sunday. So, no, I'm not going to sit here. If they have an issue and they fix it, I'm not going to say, oh, well, let's talk about the issue from 2 weeks ago.
I don't trust your eye test.
But they haven't done enough to put them above all the rest of the,
I think it's egregious
muck
that
of the NFC.
Okay, but who the hell is above the rest of the muck? They're all in the muck together. That's my whole point. So the fact that this Green Bay Packers team has not played the best football and they're still part of the muck, that's a good thing for me. So I'm not going to sit here and complain about a football team that clearly has a chance to win a championship. And when you look at the other teams that are still good football teams in the NFC, whether you're talking about the Lions, whether you're talking about the Buccaneers, whether you're talking about the Rams or the Eagles, they're all flawed just like the Green Bay Packers, but they still all have an opportunity to win the championship just like the Green Bay Packers. So I'm good where we're at going into week 8. I feel great. You think I'm scared of the Rams? Hell no. I ain't scared of the Buccaneers neither. The Lions, look what we did to them little the cowardly-ass Lions. We're going to find out about the Eagles. Now, the Eagles, I will say they have been inconsistent, but the Eagles got some studs. They got some dudes.
The Lions got some studs, too.
The Lions got some studs, but we shut it down. But the Eagles still
shut it down once. You need to do it again.
Okay, and when we get a chance to, we'll figure out what it is. But we sitting here talking about, the Lions. We beat the Lions like a drum. We made people think, oh, my gosh, the offensive coordinator, the Lions are going to fall apart. They don't have their OC or their DC.
Ron chimes in with a perfect way where I can read it, and I think he'll listen, because when I say it, he just won't listen to me. Kyle can't play that the Commanders were good then when we played them and then pretend that the Lions are now the same team that they were.
The Lions just took a L, did they not? Did the Lions not just take an L a couple weeks ago?
Okay, but they also just on Monday Night Football beat a team that was 5-1. And they had issues, but they won by double digits, 26-9.
They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have just been a juggernaut that have beaten good teams, right? All their wins are great. All their wins are great teams.
What are you doing, man?
I'm just saying, we trying to sit here and make excuses.
We're trying to talk about the Green Bay Packers.
The Lions just beat the Buccaneers. So we should be afraid. The same Lions team, they ain't beat nobody real good this year.
Sorry. We can only have the conversation if we say the Packers are perfect.
I'm not saying the Packers are perfect, but what I'm not going to say is I'm not going to act like the Packers aren't a contender. I'm not going to say
no one's not saying they're not a contender. We're trying to talk about the Packers and what they need to do to continue to be a contender. Because they haven't been perfect.
No, but I'm saying the whole
and the other league hasn't either. But how can the Packers get there?
The Packers.
How can they get there?
They get there with more games to improve. When I think about the offensive
what?
line, I'm glad that the offensive line.
On what? That's what I've been trying to ask.
I'm glad that the offensive line finally gets a chance to play together because now they get a chance to hit the ground running and they get to have some type of consistency and be a unit together. That's going to be great. Christian Watson coming back is going to be a plus for this football team because now they're going to have most of their weapons. We're not going to worry about Jaden Reed because he's going to be out for most of the season, but we're going to have all our weapons on the offensive side of the football back and an offense that has already been able to put up 26 point, I think it's like 7 points per game this year, which puts them in top 5 in scoring. And so, again, I feel good about where this football team is at. Defensively, corners, I don't know if corners going to improve because you got to be talented to improve, and they're
corners
good.
Might be something.
They're okay. I shouldn't say good. They're okay. They're not good. They're not great, and so that's going to be a problem. And teams have been able to pick us apart with short passing game, and so that's going to come down to defensive line. Getting healthier with Devontae Wyatt, getting healthier with Lucas Van Ness, and having those guys make an impact. So that's how this football team improves. The linebacking core looked fantastic on Sunday. Quay Walker looked like a beast.
Totally rad, bro. October is National Pizza Month, and I challenge you to turn up your taste buds upside down with Stranger Things Surfer Boy frozen pizza as you fuel up one last adventure. Great pizza from Surfer Boy, great pizza from Palermo's, and hopefully after Sunday Night Football, we'll have another Victory Monday for you. Professor Big Daddy J.A. John Anderson, he won't see it as everything's perfect. Or maybe he will. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Homer.
Homer, Homer. This might be the dumbest thing that he has to have said in his career.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
Sundays are for football and Carbless. Born in Wisconsin, Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are packed with flavor, not sugar. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. Whether you're tailgating in Green Bay or calling the plays from your couch, Carbless is the cocktail that's always game day ready. Crisp, clean, and crafted to win. This season, drink like a champion. Drink Carbless, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
Protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive so you can stop worrying about them and invent new things to worry about, like snakes in your bedroom. Sure, that sounds incredibly irrational, but now that we've mentioned it, you are a little worried. The odds of one snake, let alone snakes plural, are so slim. But you might want to check. Oh, you're not near your bedroom. Guess you'll just have to sit there and worry about it. So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
This week at Macy's, it's the best time to save on fall styles at our biggest fall sale. Find the classic brown boots and preppy Mary Janes that everyone's wearing. Luxurious cashmere and wool sweaters. Even better, it's our lowest prices of the season on diamond jewelry, now 50 to 75% off. Over half off. Don't miss your chance to save big on the looks you need now at Macy's biggest fall sale. Today, savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
I'm Pat Dunphy of Cannon & Dunphy, and I'm reaching out to you today not as an attorney, but as chair of the board of directors of Guest House. It's an organization that's been dedicated to dealing with the root causes of homelessness in Milwaukee for over 40 years. Its mission is to treat the homeless with dignity and help them rebuild their lives. So help us help the homeless by investing in the Guest House and the Milwaukee community. And also consider attending our gala on Thursday, November 13th.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Up for a game, Potawatomi Sportsbook is right there with you. For all international games and matches, the Midwest's best sportsbook opens early. Place your bets, kick back and relax, and enjoy the show on an absolutely enormous video wall Then grab a cold one along with some food and a menu packed with flavor. And let me tell you, the menu is absolutely amazing. Steak and eggs. I'd have it any time. Could be midnight and I'd have it. Not up for watching the game? Still want in on the action? You can wager on any sport at any of the quick service kiosks. Bet above the rest at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Joining us now is John Anderson of ESPN, from Wipeout, from Sports Center, from This Is Sports Center commercials that I watch on YouTube, from Sports Center highlights that I see from 2007 on TikTok. You're everywhere, John. How are you?
A lot of stuff, man. I'm ageless. It's amazing.
That you are, or at least we'll find out.
I don't know if that's true, but it sounds good, doesn't it?
It did sound really good. I was like, wow, what do you know that I don't? But that being said, the Packers are 4-1-1, and Kyle is a Packer backer, so I love that he will ride and die with his team. Is it fair to say that this team is 4-1-1? You are what your record says that it is, but it doesn't feel as good as it probably should?
So you're asking me for the 4-1-1?
I'm asking you for the 4-1-1, John.
Okay. No, I feel great about it. Wins on the road are tough. The defense came through in a big spot when we need them. Micah Parsons played great. The offense is improving. I feel like you're going out of your way to look for bad things in this case. I'm always tempered, but I do think that the teams, I thought that was a pretty. There were, as always, in 60 minutes. There's some shaky spots, but I thought the team was pretty good. And
you've come a long way from that preseason game you walked out of with your kid.
Yeah, for sure. How is 4-1-1 supposed to feel? I don't know.
Thank you. You are a block.
I don't know.
John, you are a blocked field goal away and a comeback away from being undefeated this year. You would be 5-0-1 right now if it wasn't for the blocked field goal. But that's part of the game. It happened. But I'm with you, John.
You got to let go.
Yeah, exactly.
That is Brent's right. Then your record's what it is. But my record says that I'm 4-1-1. I lead the division. So,
NFC.
Okay, I can live with that. There's always things to work on, improve. I don't try to get too high or too low, but I'm not going to go like, hey, we're 4-1-1. Packers lead the division. Let's see what stinks. This isn't like Apollo 13 that blew up, and we're like, what's on the ship that's good? To salvage this thing. I think there's a lot of good stuff there.
John, your number one team is the Brewers, right? Is that correct? At least in Wisconsin sports?
It is, and I am troubled that seems to be all my teams only can score a certain number of points. Like the Brewers can only score 1 run, and the Packers can only seem to score 27.
Yeah,
so that part troubles me. I'm waiting to see. Hopefully, the Bucks can only score like 124.
Yeah, that is remarkable consistency. I just want to do a heart check, John. I mean, it was a heck of a season for the Milwaukee Brewers, but sort of painful way to go out, especially after Shohei's performance on Friday night. I just want a heart check on how John Anderson feels about the Brewers and maybe some reasons for optimism. Do you feel like there are reasons for optimism going into future years to actually get to the World Series?
So I'm okay, right? I think the better team won. The Dodgers, when they're healthy and have all their people, they're really, really good. I don't care what the payroll is or anything. It's just here's the guy that trot out on the field. Ohtani is, and everybody's like, oh, that guy's a unicorn. He's something else than that because unicorns aren't real. That guy's real, and he is just a different kind of cat for sure. They just pitched better. I do think maybe I underestimated. I thought they would beat the Cubs and be buoyed by that, and I'm not so sure that didn't drain them. And that they spent a lot of energy in doing that. Had they lost to that, I would have felt much worse about the season than I do now. I mean, they're a step farther than they were a year ago. Like, I just don't know that there's anything to complain about getting all the way to the NLCS and having the best record with a team that everybody's like, can this team finish 500? Right? I think that was probably a reasonable thing. Can this team be a 500 team? So I thought they took me on a great joyride, and I am still waiting for the World Series to come my way. But I feel good about that. I think next year people will not sleep on them as much, but I think they'll probably be, pretty good. Like to see what kind of additions they may or may not make based on budget and who could stay and who can go. But I feel like a lot of that core is going to be sticking around.
25 of the 26 players who appeared in the postseason will be back next year. Jose Quintana.
Yeah,
Don't know.
And see what you do with somebody like what do you do? Hoskins versus Vaughn over at first.
Vaughn's done. It's over.
Vaughn.
You think?
Done.
Why?
Okay, good.
Hoskins?
No, Vaughn's done his streak of craziness. It's over.
He hit a clutch home run in Game 5 against the Cubs.
Giving you a heads up. Move on.
So you
don't think he's very good?
You think he's not an everyday first baseman now?
No.
Why?
Why is that?
Because just look over his time in the big leagues. He had this incredible run this year for a while.
But didn't they trade for him to fix his swing? Because they felt that he could.
They thought there was a chance. They sent him to the minors.
Homer,
right? But then
when
they called him up, and he was amazing.
Yeah. He was amazing. Yes, he was.
They sent him to the minors to fix him.
He was Babe Ruth for a month.
Homer, did you know?
Now he's
but you're
back
the one that's fascinated with the fact he was a number 3 overall pick, meaning he's an amazing player.
Correct. That was worth the
risk. So
risk.
why are you changing your tune?
Because I've watched him since.
Homer, can I just ask you? So, did you think the same thing about Lyle Overbay and Travis Shaw?
I don't
Jesus
remember.
Aguilar.
None of them were third overall pick in the draft. His story is incredible.
Oh, I know his story's incredible, but would you say they were done? Someone would have said Travis Shaw was done.
I didn't know.
Lyle Overbay
You
was
can
done?
have options that are just as good. And the Vaughn that we saw, that was Babe Ruth.
Still,
King
right?
Vaughn.
Yes. That person's gone. He's Al Vaughn.
Okay.
Homer just killed it. King
He's not
Vaughn.
a bad player. He's just an average player. You can find other people. You know what he hit in the World Series? Look it up. 0.
Well, yeah, he didn't play in the World Series.
I mean the NLDS.
Well,
NLCS.
Well,
0.
Homer's going to have a lot of fun with
I'm
John
just trying
Anderson
to
on
help
Home
you.
Hour really quickly. But, John, I do want to know real quick, have you seen all the hubbub about Luke Fickle,
Sorry, John.
Chris
Sorry, 72.5.
McIntosh in Wisconsin? What should the Wisconsin Badgers do about Luke Fickle fiasco?
There was a little interjection there that I missed the first part of the question.
What should the
I really
Badgers
did,
do
sorry.
about the situation they're in, which sucks?
Yeah, I think it's not working, and I think I would move on. I can understand why the fella in charge doesn't want to move on because that's his guy, and he made the decision, and he gassed Chris and all that other thing. I just know that he keeps him, which I can see a reason to do that given financials and all that other stuff. But then A.D. McIntosh is really, he goes from being at his elbow to being, piggyback carrying around because then they both go.
Is the coach at Missouri available?
I'm curious. I think for the price he is, I don't think he'd go to Wisconsin, though. I don't think he has a tie there. I think there are other places he
We
might
need
go.
a tie
I worry
after
about
what
that.
we've seen. John, we appreciate the time. Look forward to the Homer Hour. I want Andrew Vaughn talk on my way back in 2 minutes.
KBN's the show that never ends.